guys, we're live. But before we go live, let's introduce ourselves into the new, into guys. Let's go. Yeah, guys, we're live, we're live. It's a weekend show today, so it's gonna be a brand new weekend. So we're gonna be talking about the Manchester derby, the Milan derby. We're gonna talk about Xavi, being a new Barcelona manager, the pros and cons of Xavi. Also, we're gonna be discussing the international break coming up. Like, is it bad? Is it good for us? So we're gonna be discussing so many stuff. Hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are kind of ready. So guys, hope everything is going on well. So guys, let's go. So we're gonna be talking about the, the Premier League match between Manchester City and United. Inter Milan versus AC Milan, Xavi Hernandez. And also for the people who missed the shot, we're gonna be discussing about what's called a little bit about the UCL that happened last Wednesday because people didn't have their chance to speak about it. So I'm just gonna kind of deviate a little bit about it for for the people who doesn't have the chance to see, so they'll be able to have their chance and talk about it. Yeah, I think it needs to get that despite the talent of the player they have, they can't even they can't even do well. I don't know what's going on with that team. That team needs serious conversation. Bailey, Buendia, so many talented players. Still, they can't even get be in the seventh or eighth position. That for me, that's a bad plan for me. So you might get sacked, and if you get sacked, I need to bring in a manager that can help the team do well. For me, I don't think that manager is kind of the right manager for them. Though. But I think it took them out of relegation though, so I think it should be properly be looked at. But we'll see though. We'll see. So I hope you guys are doing well today. Oh, thank God it's Friday. Oh, it's a brand new day on Friday. So let's look at the EPL matches for this coming week. Hold on, guys. Let me put it out. Um. So these are the EPL matches for this week. Um. So the table. These are the matches. So tomorrow we have Manchester Derby, Brentford, Norwich, Chelsea, Burnley, Crystal Palace, Wolf, Brighton, Newcastle. So um, so give us your take on the matches, guys. Who's gonna go to the Manchester Derby, Brentford, Norwich, Chelsea, Newcastle, Crystal Palace, Wolverhampton Wanderers. So who do you see gonna go to, especially the Manchester Derby? For me, do you guys think it's gonna be like the last match of Ole, or is the organization in pressure because of Manchester City? So what are you guys thinking? So because for me, I think I think for me the Manchester Derby for me. It depends though. It depends for me though. It depends on how you see it though. The Manchester Derby is a very tantalizing match that can go anywhere. So I think for me the Manchester Derby has to be looked at very well, depending on how how we see it and how we want to do it. For me, it's a match that you just have to look at and be like, we have to see how everything pans out between the two of them. So for me, it is a big, big match for me, the Manchester Derby. So for me, it's gonna be like for me, it's 50-50 for me, but because it depends on how who turns up because people are saying Ronaldo this, Ronaldo that. Ronaldo may not even have a shot on target tomorrow, so you never can tell. You just have to wait and see how everything pans out for me. But for me, the Manchester Derby for me, I think I'm gonna slide it a little bit to Man City just because of what, just because of Pep and the kind of player he has. He will sack those players and make them play much much better. So for me, I think I would give it to Man City. Not saying not ruling out United, but I think the Manchester Derby for me, I will give it to Man City for me though. For me, I'll give it to Manchester Derby because Man City has kind of better player overall that can trouble United. So I'll give it to Man City for me. I'll give it to Man City for me. I'll give it to Man City. So depending on how people see it, people may decide to give it to United, but I think I'll give it to Man City because I think Man City will have an edge over these matches. So I will probably give it to Man City for them to have their say on it and what's called decide the matches for me. So I think the second one is Brentford. No, I think I'm gonna give it to Brentford. Norwich will probably relegate. There's no two ways about it. They will relegate. So they will relegate for me. So I'll probably give it to Brentford. Chelsea, Burnley. I will say Burnley. I will say Chelsea. Sorry, Chelsea. Um, Chelsea to win. Brighton. Crystal Palace. Oh, I think I'm going to give it to Crystal Palace because of their form they have been at the moment. Brighton versus Newcastle. This is going to be a tough match because they're gonna have a new manager in, which is gonna be Eddie Howe. So I don't know how Eddie Howe is gonna make this player play very very well because having Eddie Howe in the ring makes them much much better. So I'm not sure how Eddie Howe is gonna make them play much better because if you're having Eddie Howe in your team, that's a new manager bounce. So how far can they go? For me, that's gonna be difficult to say. But for me though, it's gonna be difficult to say though. But having a new manager in is good because it makes the players much better. They perform much 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 better. So we'll have to wait and see how everything pans out. But I think I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna give it to. Oh, it's tough because with the form Brighton are at the moment, and it is the Ahmed Stadium. It's tough to predict it, but I think I'm gonna give it to. I will give it to for me. I'll give it to Brighton for me. Give it to Brighton. So the Sunday match is Arsenal, Watford, Everton, Tottenham, Leicester United, and West Ham United, Liverpool. So for me, this Arsenal Watford is going to be difficult because Arsenal are having some ridiculous form right now, and I think for me, Watford is a very difficult team to play against for me. So in as much as you can say whatever you want to say, so they are a very difficult team to play against. So you have to be on your game to play them. They have a very the most experienced and coach in Claudio Ranieri. So they have an experienced manager in Claudio Ranieri. So I think for me, having him in the Real at the moment kind of works well because an experienced manager like him can make things much more better. So having Claudio Ranieri, for me, having Claudio Ranieri at the team is an experienced manager for me though. So you never can tell, but for me, I think So I think for me, giving it to Claudio for me, it's gonna be tough, but I think I'm gonna give it to Claudio Ranieri for me. Yeah, Newcastle are getting it the how. Yes, but for me, it's tough. You know, Newcastle is a new appointment, so I think getting it the how for me is the first start for me though. It's the first start for me, so they can let me see where they are. They are 20th, they are 19th. They can easily win and go like 7 points, like above Burnley on 18th. So never can tell. They'll come up good, but they wanna do well. So it's gonna be tough, but I think I can see them. For me, I can see them succeeding though. I can see them succeeding. Never can tell. I see them going. I can see them coming out. Never can tell. So for me, I think it's gonna be tough if they can get a performance in the Brighton Stadium for me. Then I think for me then I would say they can succeed. But if they don't win this weekend, I don't see them going out of the table. But if they do, I can see them succeeding though. It's difficult to say though. Very difficult to say. But you have to wait and see though. So you're going for 2-2. So which match are you going for 2-2? Vote for your fate. Which one are you going? Is it the Watford or the Brighton? So you're going for 2-2. Is it Watford or what's called or the other way around? So for me, it's gonna be tough. So let me go to the Sunday matches right now. Mm, so Sunday matches right now. So Everton Tottenham. I think I'm gonna go for Everton though. I'm gonna go for Everton because yeah, people may say Antonio Conte this, but I think Everton have lost like back to back loss. So it's gonna be difficult for them to lose another back to back loss. So I will probably give it to Everton for me though. Lead Leicester United, I will give it to Leicester because of because of the player they have. I still don't trust Leeds United, so I'll give it to Leicester. And the big one, which all of us have been waiting for, is the West Ham United versus Liverpool. So it's gonna be a tough match because West Ham on fourth position. So it's gonna be a dicey situation for me though. So I'll give it to West Ham slightly, just because Liverpool defense look a little bit shaky. But it's gonna be for me, it's gonna be a huge match. We have to wait and see. But for me overall, I will give it to that. So what now? What for 2-2? That's not bad. That's not bad. I can say what's for making it though. Never can tell, but that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad though. So we have to wait and see though. We have to wait and see. So guys, that is for the EPL. Let me check the Serie A and the home score. Let me check others link. Hold on. Let me see the big matches for this weekend. Serie A. For the Serie A, I think we have let me see. For the Serie A, I think we have Spezia, Torino, Juventus, Fiorentina, Cagliari, Atlanta, and on Sunday we have Roman, Venezia, Sampdoria, Bologna, Udinese, Sassuolo, Lazio, San Martina, Napoli, LS Verona, and the big one is on Sunday, the Milan derby. So, gonna be a huge match on Sunday. So let's go for the first one first. Spezia Torino. For me, Spezia Torino. I'm gonna go for 2-2 draw for me though. Juventus, they don't have not been good in the league, but they've been good in the UCL. So it's tough, but I think I would slightly edge to Florentina. Aguilera, Atlanta for me though. Atalanta for me. So Venezia, Roma for me. Sampdoria, Bologna, Udinese, Sassuolo. I think. Uh, I'll give it to Udinese. Lazio versus San Martino, Lazio. Napoli versus Hellas Verona, Napoli. Milan versus AC Milan. I think I'm gonna give it to AC Milan. Just because it's a Milan derby. So there's gonna be like a bragging right between the two of them. Who wants to come out? Who's gonna come out firing? So it's gonna be like big decision between them for me. So for me, I will give it to AC Milan though, because Sunday is gonna be a big match on Sunday, which everybody are kind of waiting to see. So it's gonna be a big match on Sunday. Everybody is waiting. I know people are kind of waiting to have their say. So it's gonna be a big match too. I hope everybody's ready. The Milan derby. So what you guys saying? You can send me a question so we go out to the to I check up the remaining stuff. What are you guys saying? You guys saying? Send question, guys. Send me question. Send me question. Send me question, guys. Send me question. What you guys saying? Um. So what you saying? Um. You guys send me question. What are they say? Oh, my people. What are you guys saying, man? You can send me question. Oh. Send question. No. Send question. No. Send question. No. Make we talk. I think Chaluba's new contract for me says something to the club for me. I think it's gonna be about Antonio Rudiger's situation, because if Rudiger doesn't sign, that I think Chaluba signing for me is an indication that there is a perfect replacement for for Rudiger, which is gonna be Chaluba. I don't think the Bad are looking to buy a new centre back, so Chaluba signing for me indicates something that maybe the Bad are looking to like, okay, if we're gonna lose to Rudiger, let's lose Rudiger now. We have a perfect replacement for him ready. So it's tough, but I think I'm gonna be okay for Chaluba taking up this position of Rudiger. I won't be angry, I won't be mad, because I believe it fits him to take the challenges for Rudiger. So it's tough because we're gonna miss a player of Rudiger's caliber into the team. So tough, but player like Rudiger's in the team is gonna be missed. So his character, his ability, his attitude, and everything. Uh, it's tough, but I think I'll be okay with Chaluba taking away the gas spot. Yeah, I'll be fine with it. I'll be fine with it for me, because with Chaluba has shown enough that it could be a vital replacement for Tony Rudiger. They play together, so I think signing a contract shows that maybe the better thinking about on a long term process. We could easily do this. We could easily do that. So I can understand Gonaskia's viewpoint and the board, their viewpoint. So I completely understand them, the viewpoint and everything. I understand them. So for me, it's tough, but It's tough, but what one can we say? So for me, I think for me that shows that Ch- Chalobah could be a perfect replacement for Antonio Rudiger for me. So it depends though, it depends for me, but maybe that's what the board are thinking. Or the board are thinking since Rudiger decided that he wants to leave, maybe that could be Rudiger's perfect replacement. So yeah, yep. So you never can tell. So you never can tell. So for me, that is what they're thinking of. So you never can tell. For me, that is what they are, then that is my take on it. Because for them, for the board to think that way, they are possibly thinking about the future. So it's understood. Them thinking about the future is understood because now it make they doesn't want to spend too much on the defenders. I just want to tell that's like just speak to what's called. So what the way I say though. So Sadio Ramos is leaving PSG. Wait, are they terminating his contract? What's going on? Wait, are they terminating his contract or why is he leaving PSG? Oh, for Lord in heaven. I don't know. Is it because I know has been injured, it's not been performing for them. So what's going on? So what's going on? Is it because of the injuries or what happened? Leaving PSG for me. If you leave PSG for me, then from that is stupid signing because you can't be signing a player that is very injured and you can see they have signed so many players this year and none of them have worked out well for me though. None of them. None of them have worked out for me though. For me, none have worked out. So I'm not surprised if Lucifer have more if mhm. So I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised. I'm not. I'm not surprised if Lucifer have more league then. Mm. The injuries. I'm not surprised. See that's my issue with it. He went injured to PSG and now the move didn't pan out well. So it's a little bit dicey for me though, because when you bought a player who is injured into your club and you are trying to heal the injuries, how sure are you that you're gonna heal the injury when a player is injured already himself? So it's a difficult situation to be at the moment, but we can understand why. So I can understand why because he's not played any single matches for PSG this year. We don't even know how good it will be. or how good they can be. So that's my biggest issue right now. Bringing this Sadio Ramos into the team. It is what it is. I think you have to just take it to the chin and kind of understand. Oh, you can't do much about it. You just have to like take it to the chin for me. So it's tough, but PSG fans need to understand. We need to understand. So it's understood. It's understood. Oh. So, hey guys, question. So, question, my people. How you guys do? I got blue eyes.
Bros,
How you doing
how
now?
far now?
My day, loyal.
My brother, Friday now.
And
Friday,
thank God
Friday,
it's Friday.
Friday.
I didn't show up on Wednesday, making no offense. My internet went out bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was
Siberia,
about.
eh?
Yeah, I know. The issue is, I already set up the stream to do the stream. Then I think 30 minutes before the stream, I was not able to log into the stream yard. So I was having difficulties in
Oh,
logging back. I went to that channel and it went through there. I don't know why. Maybe it's clear from my place or from. I just don't
oh,
know.
for real? Okay.
Yeah, it went to on other channel because I went there to like
Mm,
HH angle, but it didn't go to on my own. I
that
don't
makes
know.
sense.
Maybe the
That
network or
makes.
something else.
So, what did you do this differently today to
I
change?
think I spoke to them on Thursday. That was yesterday.
Okay,
In
okay,
terms of
okay.
fixing the letter, they said I should not be angry that it's one of from that place. It happens that
Oh,
way,
okay, okay,
but
okay.
they've rectified it for me. Everything
They've
should be fine.
rectified it. Okay, good. Nice,
Mhm.
nice, nice, nice. I just finished watching
Aston
Villa. So,
Villa,
yeah,
Southampton.
Villa Southampton. Yeah.
That's some, despite the team there, I can't even compete. That team is
Which team?
that's the Villa team. Look
Don't
as
mind them. It's the you know what's happening to them now is the because of what they did to Ross Barkley. Yeah, it's because of what they did to Ross Barkley. That's why he didn't treat what's his name, Dean Smith didn't treat Ross Barkley nicely after his injury.
uh I think losing John Terry too is key for me though, because John Terry was
That's true. Their defense just crumbled.
yeah is a pivotal part to their team.
That's true.
Losing him
That's a
now
good
is a
point.
big issue for me though. How can they
That's a
survive
good
without him?
point. That's true. I don't know. I really don't know. It looks like they're going in the wrong direction, and Ross Barkley is gradually getting on and finding himself almost an important player for a Champions League side.
It's tough. Sometimes we have to blame manager, but sometimes what do we do? But for me, he needs to do better because he has a very good player in that team. Bailey, uh, John McGinn, what's his name? El Ghazi. So many players, Martinez, so many. Why are they not going well for me? I don't know for me. I
The
don't
only guy
understand.
I like the only guy I like on that team is maybe one of the but the main guy I like on that team is their striker.
Oh, Oliver Watkins.
Woo!
I like Leon Bailey too.
No, no. No, thank you.
Why
Yep.
thank you.
No. Leon Bailey doesn't have. He can't work in tight spaces. He needs all the space in this world to do what he wants to do, and there's no room for that in Chelsea. Chelsea, you have to be able to work in very, very, very limited space, and Leon Bailey, I don't think. Nah, no. Give me Sancho.
Sancho for me, I think the way Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been playing though, for me, Sancho is look a little bit off the pace for me though.
Yeah, he needs a coach to bring it out in him. You're right.
It's tough though. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough though. Very, very tough.
It is very tough, man. It
So
is.
your take on the Chaloba's contract, does that say Rudiger is going? Because we haven't seen any breakthrough on Rudiger's contract yet. Is that a Rudiger replacement or no?
No, I don't think it's a Rudiger replacement. It's just no, it's not a Rudiger replacement. It's a way to restore confidence in the young lad, I think. And then, like Tuchel said, the kid earned it. He put in work, man.
Mm-hmm.
He put in work, and it's a smart move. And I was listening to his interview. I'm like, wow. I wonder if Hudson Odoi is listening to this boy speak, because the guy is like, it's the best thing that can happen to any kid is the loan program.
Yeah, I think he had the chance and he jumped into the chance in preseason and it works out for him very well.
No, but what I really respect about what he said is how the loans were what helped him,
Mm-hmm.
because of all the loans he went to
And
and all the
it
players.
became more matured.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So no, it's a very good signing. Now it's up to him now to go get a shirt. Now he has a guaranteed contract and a career set.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to him now. The next step is to go get that shirt, make it your own.
Mm-hmm. Because people are already saying it's gonna be a Rudiger replacement because we know Rudiger is
Nah,
leaving. So
nah. No, do you
if
know what it takes? Do you know what it takes to actually get a Rudiger? Come
mm-hmm.
on, you need the kind of equity, the kind of experience you need to replace Rudiger is not.
ah,
Come on, no,
it's
no,
tough,
no.
it's tough, it's tough.
It's tough, man. You don't put that kind of pressure on Chaloba.
It's
Chalobah is still is a rookie, man.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what, because now if Rudiger goes now, who
Mm,
replaces Rudiger? That's the big question everybody has been asking.
yeah. Trust me, Chelsea, we're not going to be left. We're not going to be left behind in that decision. Not at all, man. If Rudiger has to go, he got to go. But I think Chelsea will find a way to. Chelsea will find a way to come to an agreeable.
So who do you think we can go for Rudiger for? Because if Rudiger leave now,
Yeah.
the perfect replacement for me though.
I really like this boy. That I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if he can
Mhm.
replace Rudiger. This boy that plays for Southampton, Salisu, man.
Oh, Salisu.
I really like that boy, man. I saw him today again, man. God, if you put him next to like a Don, you put him next to an OG, he will be amazing. That boy. I don't know if you watch him today.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
So people talk, okay, Tuchel talking about signing a defense, signing Josko in January. He said if we see the same need, but clearly Trevor is now here with us and he deserves to be here with us. It has nothing to do with if we can sign him the center back or not. But he stepped up. The responsibility was even on his shoulder and he can handle it so far. I'm impressed so far in a very impressive. This institution and is an effect on our next decision in transfer period. It's always like this. So I don't think we're gonna send any defender anymore. I don't think so. Because they asked him of Joskunde. He said, now that there's a Chalobah with us, we don't think
No, 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 no. Chaloba is not. Chaloba is not yet. He's not yet the kind of. He hasn't reached the level where you can say we don't need a defender anymore. Nah, Chaloba is still growing, man. If you want to be a sound defender for this kind of high quality team, you want to be one of the three defenders for a team like Chelsea, you're going to be at least 25 years first, 25, 26. And then you've played, and like you look at Christensen, see how long it took him. And he's still not even a guaranteed starter. But I don't want that kind of pressure on Chalo. And besides, we don't even know. Maybe Chaloba will end up being a defensive midfielder. We don't even know, because he plays that position too, right?
yeah.
He plays in the midfield. So we just don't. We just know that we signed a good kid that is humble, works very, very hard. If you give him a chance, he will play. Now, for me personally, I need him to fight for a shirt. And that's my problem with Hudson Odoi. I know we're not talking about Chelsea now, but that's my problem with Hudson Odoi. Yeah, I want to talk about this comment actually. I was
Okay.
actually, yeah, good thing you brought it up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a very important point. Vote with your feet. Thank you. You see, you're right. Hudson Odoi will be an amazing addition to the Black Stars of Ghana. Not only
I
that,
think the
just
news
to the
is
pool of.
after, I think the news is going to be January or March. It will change his
No, no, but
nationality.
that's too far. That's too far. Look at Matty Cash.
What of look at did you hear this about Adamala Lukman have joined Nigeria?
Are you serious?
Yes, he switched
No,
allegiance. Yes.
no, 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 no,
I'm
no, no,
serious,
no,
yeah.
no,
Ademola
no, no,
Lukman
no.
has
Stop,
joined.
stop, stop, stop this
I'm
joke.
I'm serious. Go check.
I
You can
remember
Google it.
saying this. I was saying this with Sam
Yeah, you
last
can
year.
Google it. You can Google it. Ademola Lukman have joined.
Correct.
Yeah,
Fantastic signing.
yeah.
Fantastic
Ademola
signing,
Lukman
bro.
have joined. He's joined
Are
Nigeria
you
national team.
serious?
So they say pending the FIFA's approval,
Wow.
it will be the Nigerian squad. So it could
Wow.
be
So
in the squad for the World Cup or on the Nations Cup.
who is he going to? Whose position is that? Is that
He
Chukweze's
play left
position?
wing.
No.
He play right wing. He can play
So he and
anywhere.
Chukwueze.
Chukwueze or Ahmed Musa. He could play depending on the wing he wants to play.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lukman,
but
Ademola
let's talk
Lukman.
about this comment. Yes, Hudson Odoi will definitely be an amazing addition for the Black Stars of Ghana, and as well for just overall African football. However, Hudson Odoi right now is at a crossroads. I hope I spoke that English well. Like, pardon me
Yeah.
if I destroyed that language, but
No,
yeah,
no, you're good.
okay. So I think he's at a crossroads right now because I hope I'm right. He wants to get a shirt with the Chelsea starting 11.
Mm-hmm.
He also has allegiance to England under 21 and potentially England first team because Southgate, Southgate, you can see that Southgate is
It
kind of
doesn't.
like,
I don't think it doesn't trust him. I don't think he will use him.
okay. So there you go.
He
But
has better player in his area than
yeah,
playing
but
so many players.
exactly. And then Odoi going back home last year to do was it last year or
Yeah,
early this
last year,
year?
last I think
And he
last year
did that
this year.
whole media shebang. I was hoping that he was going to start to switch allegiance after that media thing, but
I
I
think
was surprised.
it's young. You get what I'm saying? So it's
No, this
difficult
is
for
the
a
best
young
time, man.
person to make that decision.
Nah.
It depends on families and how the people he's living with.
How old was Alex Iwobi when he switched?
You can't compare. Alex will be brother is a coach. You can't compare.
Hudson Odoi's father played for Ashanti Kotoko. He played for one of the biggest teams in Africa. Was it somebody correct me? Ashanti Kotoko or Accra House of Oaks. Hudson Odoi's dad. All these kids, even what's his name, Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew. His father played for Ghana. Abedi Pele. So all this
Abede Pele is the one that
Abedi Pele is Jordan Ayew's dad.
and
And his
Andrea Ayew.
brother, and Andrew Ayew. Yeah, those are his two sons. Yeah.
Wow.
So if you want to talk about football, Hudson Odoi grew up with a football. Correct me if I'm wrong. Vote with your feet. I don't know if you're Ghanaian. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong.
I think that's NK if he's here, he could
Yeah,
kind
NK.
of,
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, if I feel he's at a crossroads. So it's a very, very big decision for him to make. But yeah, it's a no-brainer. Play for Ghana.
I think what
He'll
Odo will be
probably be
waiting
a
for is
captain. He'll
because
probably
by
be a captain.
March next year will be
It's
the
too
final
far.
time that
He needs to make that decision now.
No. You know why? He could wait because not next year March will be the day they're gonna choose like the World Cup qualifier squad.
No. African Cup of Nations.
He won't play like African Cup of Nations.
Why?
I don't think he'll be choosing.
If he switches now, they will choose him.
If he switches now,
man.
they have to wait.
No. Lookman, Nko. What are you talking about?
It depends on Genetro because
no, it doesn't depend on any. If you switch, and have they submitted the final list of people going to AFCON? No. Exactly. Or unless they have, I don't know.
No, they haven't submitted yet.
Yeah, so it's still open. And I suspect
a player can even get injured, then Lookman get a chance.
You see? No, but if Lookman is switching allegiance, he has to play AFCON. He has to play AFCON. Not switching allegiance and wait for World Cup. Nah.
Because based on the report, he's waiting for the FIFA clarification. Once that is officially ready, then I think
that's fantastic news, man. Hi. I've been crying. Go and get Lookman. Go and get this boy. I think he wanted to play for England, but it didn't work, right? Ademola, man, yeah. So vote with your feet. I wish Odoi the best of luck. But if I were him, if you want to ask me directly what I think, if I were him, man, yeah, I will obviously go for Black Stars and then do everything I can to get a starting shirt for Chelsea. do everything possible to make sure I'm on Chelsea starting 11 for the remainder of this season. Make sure Thomas Tuchel has no other choice but to play him in that position. And it's going to take a lot, but and he's still young, but I think he can do it. He has the talent, man. That's why I'm not easy on Hudson Odoi at all. No way. I'm on his back every day, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So this is I think is switches and nationality. So what is remaining for Lokman is from Garnet Raw and the FIFA official to make a decision about him. Because now he has to prove his point to Garnet Raw. He can't force his way into the team. He has to play. Lokman. He has to play.
No, but what I feel, anytime you see a switch of allegiance, if this is true, anytime you see
It's
switch
true,
of
yeah.
okay,
Let me
good.
put it out for you.
But like I was saying, anytime you see switch of allegiance at this time of
This is
the,
this is
let me see. I'm just pumped, man. If this,
this
you're
is
right, too. Nice. Okay, good. So anytime you see switch of allegiance at this time of the year, when we're 3 months away from AFCON, it means he's going to play AFCON. So they've been coaxing the kid, and we need him. Even if you look at our front three right now, we need this boy. We need this boy to help us. He and this another kid I like that plays is Chidera Ejike.
HGK.
Yeah, Ejike, bad boy too. So let them compete for those positions. This is fantastic news, man. For Ademola Lukman, man, fantastic news. Top quality.
That's true. Especially in the AFCON. You said it already. The reason you see this, the
Eh,
ability
eh,
of this player are for Super
exactly.
Eagles to give Garnet and the ability to pick from a deep squad and choose a side that would compete favorably in all front, especially with the AFCON. Only if you
Exactly. You can't switch allegiance now. Hey, vote with your feet has a response. What did he say? Can you put up his comment, please?
what do you say?
He has a response to the Odoi situation.
Well, the situation is political. Doyle has played for most England youth group. Him not playing for England messed up some of his future sponsorship. Playing for England makes you more marketable.
That's
And
true. But you know, that's true. But man, there's the kind of followership you get from playing back home, man. Yo, you become an overnight hero, man. And I find in a lot of cases, it also gives you confidence when you come back to your team
yeah,
to play better. Like if you had a good AFCON, sometimes when you come back, you always play better. When you come back to your respective leagues and teams, you always play better. Yeah, but you're right. It's a definite political situation, and
yeah.
I'm
I
not sure
think
how Odo is going to
is
play
in
it
true
out.
mind. Exactly.
Sorry?
That's okay. Lokman and who's Ejaria? Ejaria could be in this goal squad for the AFCON.
What? Lookman and who?
Ejaria,
Ejari. I don't know him. I don't know him.
Leicester City.
He plays for Leicester?
No, Lokman played for Leicester. I don't know who
Exactly.
Ejaria played for though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fantastic news. I'm just happy. I remember when I said this last year. I think Sam was on the stream. I'm like, man, I wish we can get this boy.
So
That's
it's
when he played
official.
for. He
So
played. I liked when he was playing for Fulham.
for Fulham, yeah. He's
Hi,
in Leicester City
man.
now.
I know, and it makes sense. It makes sense.
No,
That is
even social allegiance now shows that he wants to play in the AFCON.
Sorry.
He wants to play in AFCON. Him
Of
choosing
course, it
allegiance.
makes sense. And he wants
Because
to play World
if he
Cup. He's
goes to
going to play.
AFCON, we have
Yeah.
Musa on the left wing. Also, how many people can play on the left
No,
wing?
Musa is not going to start.
We
It's
have
going to be
Musa. We have so many players on the left wing.
exactly.
So Lukman
Yeah.
can play on the left wing and he can play on the right wing.
And he can play striker. He can play false nine.
But we have a
He can,
striker already. So
no,
he
but
can
he can play false nine. If you want to switch it, if you play against a low block and you want to switch it, you can bring him in as you pull him in as a number 9, and you have to just like how Chelsea plays sometimes. Then you can have Iwobi and somebody play behind him. The boy can play that position. He's very brilliant, man. The only thing that is very suspicious about him is that he hasn't been able to lock down a team.
Yeah.
That's all. But maybe because he's still young.
He's 24.
That boy is 24.
Yeah.
Yo, he looks 18, man.
And the man Lukman is 24.
Oh yeah, wow. He's been out there for a minute.
But I'm happy for him though.
Me too.
Eventually
I'm so excited,
I'm
man.
happy for him.
It's the
Sometimes
best news.
because we are born in London or in England now. Sometimes
Mm.
it's difficult to make the right decision. Sometimes very difficult. People are beside Osaka and them Tammy Abraham. I don't blame them. They are born and bred in London. So
Mm.
for you to change nationality and to play for Nigeria is gonna be difficult because firstly your well being and so how sure are you that even if you play for that country you're gonna be successful?
No, but the problem is why a lot of Nigerians sometimes get frustrated with all of these our players that were born away is because as soon as they hit as soon as they hit 16, 17, 18, they're already playing for England. So they've already shown their hand that they initially want to play for England. So
Yeah.
Nigeria is always a second choice. So that's why they feel sometimes Nigerians feel ways. And what's happening now is that this is just my personal conviction. I could be wrong. But what's happening now is that it's becoming, it's like a rite of passage. It's like kids are starting to realize the value
Because
of making that
if this
decision.
group of player can win the AFCON, then
Ah,
going to the World Cup
imagine,
next year, it will
imagine.
boost those people that we can do this and let me join this team. I can have a better
Yes,
chance of
thank
winning
you.
something
Even
than
if they win
anyone else.
AFCON,
Yeah.
yes, that's
Because if they win
exactly
AFCON,
team
that's a
spirit.
statement to show the
Yes,
world that now we've
thank
won
you,
something for our country. The
thank you,
likes
man.
of Ebere Eze,
Thank you.
Michael Olise and Co. Be like, we can join
Yes,
this team and win something for this team.
yes, thank you, thank you. That's the whole idea. So team spirit, and then especially when you recruit players late into the year, like Lukman now, a tournament is a very good way to initiate them into
No,
the process.
a tournament like AFCON is the way to
Yes.
sign up and show the world
Thank
how good
you.
a player you are.
Thank you.
That's it. Because
I hope we're going
everybody
to
will be
get
watching
more
AFCON.
players. Michael
Everybody will be
Olise.
watching.
Go and get Michael Olise now for what's his name?
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
Ebereze.
yeah.
He's
He just came
probably
back
still
from
has
injury,
one
so
eye on England.
you give a big raise some time. He just came back
Yeah.
from injury, so
No, but he can still switch and not be called up.
hmm
He can still switch and not be called up,
yeah,
I think.
exactly. So EJ, my brothers, how you guys doing?
I they listen, they chop, they listen, they chop.
How you guys doing? EJ, how you doing, brother?
Good, man. Good.
Oh,
I actually
I'm
I,
good. I'm good.
I actually have a lot to say.
We'll come to you finish your food. EJ, how you doing?
Oh, I'm all right. How are you?
Give me your take. Abdemana Lukman officially switches against to represent the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch him, so I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't rate Lukman?
No, I don't watch him, so I don't know how good is he
Mm-hmm.
playing style. So,
So
Was
don't
it
watch it down.
was it Lukman that pulled that stunt with the penalty last season?
I think it's the one.
He went
Eh,
for a Panenka in the last minute when they were attempting to tie the game.
I think so. Yeah, it's playing for Leicester now.
When he was at Fulham last season,
Fulham, yeah. Mm-hmm.
they had a chance to tie a game that they
Yeah,
were
he's the one.
losing,
He's the one. Abdemana
and
Lukman.
they ended up losing the game.
Yeah, yeah. So it's Abdemana Lukman. So big news, big news, big news. Coming forward, I think towards the World Cup, we'll see more players switching allegiance. We'll see more players switching. We'll see more of them
They
switching.
have no choice.
Yeah, thank you, Blue Eyes. Because just like Blue Eyes said earlier on, it's not that some of these players are waking up and saying, let me be patriotic, let me go represent my father's country, let me go represent my bloodline. I think it's more so them sitting down with their agent, them sitting down with their advisors, them having conversations with Southgate and people in the FA, the English FA. And if they feel that there isn't a viable or straightforward path for them to get into the England team and break through, I didn't even know that
Preach.
Lukman was 24
Me
up until
too.
you said it.
Yes.
So he's been around the block for a while. He's been playing football. He's getting into his stride as to where he should have his bearings.
Absolutely.
So if he isn't receiving call ups from the English senior team attempting to break through into that mold, it's clear that he has to begin to look elsewhere. You know, this whole switching of allegiance thing, it even exceeds beyond Nigeria. I mean, look at Cash.
Matt
Kidding.
What
Cash,
No
what
Polish.
what
kidding.
he just did
That was an
with
amazing
with
story, man.
Poland, you know?
Yes.
And I think I wouldn't be surprised if we were to look more into it. There would be a lot more obscure switches of allegiance being made because I remember during the pandemic when the pandemic first started, a story went viral about an English footballer. I'll look up his name in a bit, but his dad, I believe, was English, but his mom hailed from a country in Asia. And after seeing that his path into the English national team setup would be filled with roadblocks and heavy competition, he just switched, and he represents Asia now and he's a center back. And I think Nike did a whole ad campaign about it. So I think more so than wanting to represent where you're really from, it's a thing of
Yeah.
opportunity.
Exactly.
And the beauty about it is that you'll also have players who see it as an opportunity to make their mark. Because, for example, if you take Nigeria to the World Cup quarterfinals, to the World Cup semis,
You get in the books.
you get
That's
into the
true.
history books forever. You'll never be forgotten. Whereas if you were to go to a big country or a country where it's expected,
Very true.
you kind of your page in history gets written over 1,000 times because that's an expected achievement, you know. But make out they chop, they listen, they chop, they listen.
Fair
Good
enough.
point. Good point, though.
Fair enough. Let's go to the weekend matches this week. Manchester Derby. Blue Eyes. United.
That's going to be an interesting game, man. I want Manchester United to win.
The third week I've been saying this time they keep losing.
I want Manchester, and the reason I want Manchester United, if they can only start with, they have to bench Bruno and start with Pogba. Bring Bruno in later.
Otherwise, he got a red card against Liverpool, so he's not playing.
Sorry?
He's having a 3 match ban. He's not playing.
Oh, that's right. Oh boy. Oh, that's right. Because I saw him play Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he can play. That's right. He's not playing. Okay. Oh, City's going to win, man. If Pogba is not playing, City's going to win. Confirm. And my only problem now is midfield versus midfield. Who has a stronger midfield? You have Fred, McTominay, and Bruno versus this boy, Foden. Is Foden in the midfield or the wing?
I think it's possibly going to be in the wing of midfield. Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, and Rodri. So Foden will going to
Exactly. Rodri, yes. Rodri, Bernardo Silva.
be. But it could be a striker. It could be a first nine.
Nah, that boy is dangerous, man. It's going to be quite the game, man. And then Ronaldo, chai. Ronaldo is going to play that hit, man. Ronaldo is cooking right now. Ronaldo is cooking, man. Messi just better respect himself. Yeah.
Do you and Sam, well, Sam isn't here, but a few other people. I don't know if AJ was one of them, but at the start of the season, remember what Abdullah and I told you guys about Ronaldo
What?
when we were talking about goal expectations and goal tallies and effectiveness in the Premier League.
Yeah, and I said 15. I still stand by it.
What do you think? You still stand by 15?
Yeah, I do. I still stand by 15.
If I remember correctly, I said, and I still believe he'll get to like 18.
Okay, so we're in the same
How
region.
how many does he have now?
He's
4?
probably, I think more. I think he's probably 5'6", probably.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
He has like, I think he's 3 or 4. I think
4.
4.
4.
Yeah.
I
You
think
see? Yeah.
I think he has maybe 3 hat tricks in him this season.
That's 9 goals, man.
Mhm.
Whoa.
I think he has 3 hat tricks in him, and then he'll pick up goals here and there, and he'll get to like 18.
You see, I wasn't really concerned about Ronaldo when he came, but my problem is, I want Lukaku to have what Ronaldo has. I need, like I said to Abdullah, I need 15 big goals from Lukaku instead of 25 goals all season. I don't want that.
I think Lukaku will get 15 goals in the
No,
Prem.
no, no. Big goals. There's a
Well,
difference between a big
if
goal
we if we
and
go by the case study that we have so far,
yeah.
Lukaku is kind of living up to that whole thing of not being a big game player.
Uh-oh.
I mean, look at no, I'm saying what we've seen so far in a Chelsea shirt.
Yeah.
That Arsenal game, can you really call it a big game given the
No, it was
state that
not.
they're
No, it was
currently
not.
in?
Mm-mm.
Exactly.
No. No, 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 no.
And
Yes.
you know,
Hmm.
I'm not one to kind of hate on a new player, but a lot of people are making valuable arguments when they say he kind of holds us back on the press. And in terms of the fluidity, our movement, especially people made the Norwich game a perfect example. If Lukaku and Werner were playing that Norwich game,
We
it
don't score up
probably
to 7
ends,
goals.
yeah, it probably ends 3-0.
Yeah, I said that already.
But when
It's
you
true.
have players who are willing to run for each other, Lukaku isn't willing to run for anyone.
No, no, no. The problem, yeah, I get it, but the problem is that's everybody knows I preferred Kai Havertz in the nine as a false nine. Everybody knows. And I feel Lukaku can fit that structure, but the problem is we're trying to rebuild for Lukaku. But let's not talk about. I know we're going to talk about Chelsea later, but I feel that's what we're going through right now. And the earlier we nip that in the bud, the better. If not, we get caught up in this identity crisis. Either Lukaku trying
Speaking,
to understand us, or we trying to understand Lukaku.
just to touch on Kai Havertz really quick, because
Yeah,
I think he's playing that false nine, kind of floating in that box 18, drifting and not. I think he's playing that position very well, but a lot of people are saying he's not scoring and he's missing easy chances. And I feel like that's because if you ever see, since he joined Chelsea and throughout his whole career, he always goes for deft finishes. Like he's not the type to put his foot through the ball, if you get what I mean. For example, when we played who did we just play in the Champions League?
Malmo.
Malmo.
Yeah,
The chances that he missed, I feel like if he
very
just
frustrating.
if
Yeah,
he didn't try to like finesse the shots, like one of
yeah,
them he tried to put it through the goalie's legs.
yeah,
Sometimes he tries to chip the goalkeeper. Like
yeah.
against Real Madrid, he could have played it to the side, but he tried to chip, and then Werner got that header
Finished it
goal.
off. Yeah.
If he just goes for the simple finish instead of the finesse trick, he's like on FIFA. He's always playing R1 and
No,
O.
but what people don't know, you see, the problem is people don't know that if the people that like we don't need for me, we don't need goals from Kai Havertz. Me goals, I cherry on the cake, but I know that's anti. If I say that in public, I'll probably get stoned. But we don't need goals. What Kai Havertz is doing now, which he still needs to do better, is exactly what we need.
His
He's
move brings
he's
in
a
so many
puppeteer.
people.
He's a
Mhm.
puppeteer. That's what you call he's an extension of Jorginho in the front.
Look, Blue Eyes, EJ
Yeah,
Abdullahi. Do
yeah,
I sound crazy for thinking? And I've always said this.
yeah.
Kai Havertz reminds me of Muller with a lot more like of an offensive IQ.
Not yet, but he has the potential. He has
Because
Muller in him.
Muller, I think all around in every position, Muller
Yeah,
has
but
IQ. Muller could fit
Muller
into
is
any
clinical.
space. Muller
Muller
could
is
drift in
clinical.
anywhere. I think in the attacking phase, Kai Havertz is like Muller, but with a lot more like depth, with a lot more know-how.
But no, in the attacking phase, Muller is more clinical, man. Muller is deadly. He's cold. Like Muller, if you know in basketball, hand down, man down. If you
Hmm.
do that to Muller, you're gonna get burnt. That's
And
where I want Kai Havertz to be.
the thing is, Kai Havertz has this thing he's been doing. He's refined it this season, but he was
Mhm.
doing it last season, and I always thought it was an accident. But I feel like he's doing it on purpose now. Pay attention to how many times, for example, against Malmo, he'll
Mhm.
make a curved run, and a defender would think he's trying to run in behind. He'll cut the run short and run towards the ball. The defender will
Mhm.
follow him. The moment he receives the ball, he'll just flick it to whoever's playing on the wing closest to him. You see the way he was able to
Yeah,
play in Hudson Odoi for Odoi to cross the ball to Ziyech.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
If you
Like
go look at
anybody who
Havertz,
doesn't see.
he does that so
This
many
thing is
times.
breaking off.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
hearing you. I'm hearing you, bro.
Oh,
Abdullah.
I'm here. I'm here. I can hear you.
This is actually one of the main reasons I came on today. I just said let me bring it up now. You guys see how we have a lot of youth throughout our team, right? And in
Mm-hmm.
recent years, like our academy players, them being able to transition and become first team players, especially in the last two seasons since Lampard came and now with Tuchel, they have a more straightforward path. They can
Mm-hmm.
actually see a future coming from the Chelsea academy and transitioning into the first team, right, Abdullah?
Yeah.
But then if you look at generations past, for example, if you look at Christensen's class, where it's only him and Ruben Loftus-Cheek that made it to the first team,
Mm-hmm.
but we had players like Izzy Brown, Jeremy Boga, um, Jeremy Boga. What's the name of that other winger that we had?
Mark Crane.
McCachran. Keep naming
That's
some of those players
there are
for
so
me.
many Lucas Piazza and so many of them.
Lucas Piazon, but there's a specific winger.
Ali Muzanda
No, he's not Musanda. He's from Cote d'Ivoire.
from Cote d'Ivoire.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Jeremy Bogan, no?
No, no, there's another winger.
From
From
Cote
Cote
d'Ivoire,
d'Ivoire.
Yeah, he's well, I don't know if it's specifically
the
Cote d'Ivoire, but
defender.
he's African. No, he's a winger.
Okay,
Oh,
no, I
what's
don't
his name? He's a winger.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys right now. But my whole question is while I look for his name, do you think that this generation of Chelsea Academy products is particularly more talented than previous generations? Or do you think they're lucky to have been, just a matter of time and time just favoring them?
Okay,
Because
so
who's to say that if this crop of players hadn't come through the fold 5 years ago, they wouldn't have just been sent on loan
okay,
and
so
worn
so
out
here's where
eventually.
here's where your statement is messed up. Not messed up, but here's where it's faulty. When do you think our last successful set of kids came out of the academy? What year do you think that was? Don't you think it was John Terry's time?
No, no, Christensen and Ruben are from the same
Okay,
class.
yeah. That's true. Yeah, but it took out, man. If you want to do it based on that, then of course the Hudson Odois of the world, that generation did
That
a lot
generation.
better.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that accelerated the process was the fact that we didn't have to go to market. We were punished for not going to we were punished what year? 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after Sorry, so
Yeah, after
1920.
Sorry. Yeah, so that accelerated the process for a lot of these kids. We had to become, what's that thing called? What's an animal with two compartments in the stomach? Rudimentary? What's that
Yeah,
thing called?
rudimentary
Yeah,
goats.
rudimentary. We
Yeah,
had to go back into our second stomach and regurgitate, and here and that's the product that we're seeing right now. You see a lot of these kids are shining. But yeah, that's a good question. So yes, I'll give it to the Hodois. I still think Odoi though was supposed to shatter the ceiling and just storm into the building, but I guess the injuries kind of stalled that process.
like for example, you guys are seeing what's and my whole thing about talking with this is I know I always sometimes go on rants about players being given a fair chance and how I feel like players aren't treated equally. I also feel like the fact that we were constantly changing managers served to the disadvantage of some players. Like look at Chaluba's older brother. Conte was sort of like massaging him into the team. Slowly but surely, he'd play him in cup games. He played him in the semifinal of the FA Cup. And then when who succeeded Conte? Sari, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
When
yeah,
Sari came, Sari didn't find any use for him. You know?
yeah. But a star will always shine. That's the problem. A lot of coaches come with that mentality. If you're good, you're good. You're gonna get picked. Like Jorginho, for example, the fans hated him, but for no coach wants to drop him. No coach, including I can't believe it. This guy that used to coach Man City, that coaches him in Italy. What's his name?
Mancini.
Mancini. Mancini doesn't play with that kind of midfielder, but he had to use him as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a star, you will shine. For Chaloba though, the problem is he his pipeline of growth at Chelsea. He had a lot of there were legends in front of him, so it was hard to really break out. He should have built like Romeo. That's why Romeo kind of has a career now with Southampton.
Southampton, yeah.
Yeah, he should have built. Well, I guess he built. I then Chaloba built
Even
at the end.
exactly Romeo.
Yeah.
Romeo was from Christensen in Ruben's
No, I don't
class.
think he's from the academy. Romeo came from Barcelona. Remember? Yeah.
Yeah,
Going
but
from Barcelona.
when he came, he wasn't first team. He was
No, but he
signed
was.
and
He's
sent
not
to
an
the
academy
academy.
kid. Okay, I just wanted to clear that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a Barcelona boy. I think. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's a
even
Barcelona
I feel
side.
like
Yeah.
I think
sometimes at Chelsea in previous generations,
Yeah.
we would shoot ourselves in the foot. Like look at Matic, look at Courtois. We had them in our academy.
Yeah, but Matic,
Musiala.
we got a cup out of him, so we no Matic. Yeah, we got and then sold him and
We
bought him
sold
back,
him to
right?
Benfica and then
And
bought
bought
him
him
back.
back. Yeah,
Courtois, we sold him to Atletico, then bought him back.
back. Yeah,
Musiala.
yeah, but he's gone. He ain't
Musiala
coming
is a
back.
baller, man.
Yeah, I
And
still need to
you
see
guys
more.
know the reason. You guys know the reason why we released him, right? It's such fickle reasons that
Why?
sometimes
He's
I'm
too
like,
because
what's
of his
really
size,
going
right?
on? Yeah, they said he was too small. They
Yeah,
didn't think he would develop accordingly.
yeah.
I'm
fair,
trying
fair.
to find. I don't know if any of you are on the Chelsea FC, the
What are you trying
Reddit
to find?
page. I'm trying to find this. Like someone made the whole point and they went into detail because there's a few points that I'm missing that I feel
Okay.
like you guys, when I read it, I was like, that's true.
Fair enough.
Abdullah mute.
Okay, sorry, I'm muting. So I want to talk about somebody. Brewers, let me come to you on this.
Yeah.
It's official.
Yes.
Whether I like it or not, it's official. Xavi Hernandez will become the Barcelona manager.
Yes. Javi Hernandez. Yeah.
Yeah. So how far can it go? Give me your take on
Right
Del
now, it's
Catuca. Del Catuca.
right now. It's about. It's not about how far they can go. It's about one game at a time. There's no rush, man, and it depends on. I don't know what the nature of the contract Javi signed with his home club, but
it.
right now,
The news I'm hearing is Barcelona did not have the money to pay him off. Xavi paid the money himself from his pocket. How broke Barcelona are.
No
That club
wonder. No
that club
wonder.
disgusts me.
No wonder they wanted Messi to play for free.
We're
yo,
we're
because
scrapping.
this is the first time I see
I don't
somebody
understand though. But
getting
what did you
up.
guys? So let me
Oh
get
my
this straight,
god!
Brick Tard. Let me get this straight. So they said the Camp Nou is rusting, falling apart. Pigeons are shitting everywhere. They don't have money to clean up the stadium. They don't have money to paint the stadium. The metal is like chipping away. They can't pay their players. Players are having to take pay cuts. They can't pay staff. They can't pay groundsmen. They can't buy a coach out of his contract. So what exactly did you guys do with the money from Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, and David Villa merchandise
You
sales?
think it's not easy to
Uh,
nah, man? It's
Bart,
not easy to
Bart,
service that.
Bartomeu
I'm
tax
telling you,
and COVID
everyone
tax.
says it's not easy,
It's
but
not easy to
I feel
service
like
Messi, man.
Bartomeo needs to get audited, man. I feel like
Nah,
he
nah,
stashed
nah,
some money
nah.
somewhere.
It didn't stash anything, man. It's
Blue
hard
eyes.
to
You don't think?
nah.
Um,
It's hard to service the Messi tantrum, man. But go ahead. I'm
here's
assuming Todd, you're a Barcelona fan.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'll say this. Bartomeu tax and COVID tax. Both mixed together because
Wait, because we need to stop saying those like catchphrases. What exactly is Bartomeo tax in this concept, so I can understand?
all right.
Because I really think that man is a war criminal.
All right. So so as you witnessed throughout the years, the signings, the wages that we gave to those signings, messed us up throughout the years. I mean, throughout the years, it didn't mess us that bad, but COVID increased us to go broke. Like this when COVID began, everything went downhill. Everything went downhill. That's the start of the downhill that happened to us. Because before, we didn't have that much problem with money. But when COVID came, that's when everything went like down the drain. Like like now we're scrapping for pennies due to that reason. So yeah, I mean that's literally it. Like I summed it up. I mean that's really it, to be honest.
So, break that. How do you get Bogak to bring a manager in? You have the ability to pay himself from a club, and you can't even pay 5 million. You can't pay. That's bad. That's bad.
You know what? You know what this reminds me of? Remember when Nigeria finished third at the Olympics? You guys remember that? 2018?
When
Was
Mikel
it?
paid for everybody. Yeah, I
And
remember
Mikal
that
paid
story.
for
Yeah.
the hotel.
Yeah.
He paid for the upkeep. He paid for the food. That's
So
that's
man,
like that's
Mikel is
crazy.
a legend in Africa in Nigerian football folklore,
Don't
man.
worry, we're gonna do a throwback today, and I have a special player for a throwback. We'll do a throwback.
It better
By the
be
way,
John
guys.
Mikel Nchekube.
By the way, guys, the Chelsea player I was talking about is Gail Kakuta.
Oh, Gail Kakuta, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I know the
that's
kind
true.
of. So, with that, are you excited about the legend coming back home, Xavi
Um,
Hernandez?
I mean,
But,
yes.
but but first, they tell me, why did you get broke and you let Xavi to pay his own money? Didn't Bartomeu, didn't what's called Laporte promise that he would do everything he has in his power to get money to the club? That's what they promised.
Um, so because the thing is that though we have to pay the managers that we sacked before. We still haven't paid
Mhm.
them back. We haven't paid Setski back. We haven't paid. I don't
How
think
much do you pay Coleman?
we only paid him half of the money.
How much?
Like what? I think it's like 6 mil.
Six. Wow.
6 mil.
So he was supposed to get 12 mil.
Yeah. You're supposed
So
to get.
how are you guys getting away with convincing Javi to pay for himself and paying someone half of what you agreed? How are you guys getting away with that?
I mean,
Listen,
Coleman wants to get the whole thing. So I don't know how they're getting away with that. But with
Oh, so he's
Xavi,
gonna take them to court.
most I think so, most likely, yeah. But the Xavi, I mean, the dude loves Barcelona, right? So I doubt. So I mean, he loves Barcelona, right? So I think he's bound to do that, and I think he did do that. Like same thing with Koeman, he did the same thing.
Yeah.
He did the same thing. So he did the same thing with the Netherlands job too. He paid for himself, then he went to Barca. So I mean, this is like the second time. So I still, we're down bad right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we're scrapping for pennies. Like bro, like it's sad, man. But on to Xavi's being in Barcelona.
No, wait, Brittard. I still don't understand because how, aside from the wages and the transfers, and I still don't understand because even before COVID, as far back as 2018, when I was a regular on HH's platform, I remember we had an episode where we talked specifically about news that was leaking about the financial situation behind the scenes at Barcelona. It's always been bleak for the last, like, as far back as I can remember, since like Bartomeu has been there.
Mm-hmm.
So what was really going on? Bartomeu, don't be surprised. Bartomeu has money buried on Turks and Caicos. You guys better go check. He has
Oh
money buried on some foreign island. I'm telling you.
yeah, I have no doubt about that. I have no doubt about that because this man was selling
Blue
players
eyes,
for
blue
profit.
eyes, blue eyes.
yeah, yeah.
There's literally articles dating back as 2015
Mm.
that they said they haven't ran any maintenance at the Camp Nou in the past 10 years, but they had money allocated for that in the budget every year in the last 10 years. So where did all that money go?
Messi, Lionel, five
No,
hundred thousand
no.
dollars a week. How much you guys pay him a week?
Like I think we paid him like 500 something. I think.
500 something, man. A
That's
million bucks a month, man.
damn.
Twelve
Yeah,
million dollars a
okay.
year.
They were paying Messi. They were paying Messi $1 million a month, but I remember Bartomeu came out and said his jersey sales per season
Mm.
took care of his salary.
It's one thing to say that.
Bricktard. If I'm wrong, say I'm wrong.
Hey, man.
I mean, yeah, you're right about that. Like, yeah, you're
Me,
right.
I just know in these times it's not easy, man. It's not, especially with that. With that's a heavy lean on your payroll, bro.
Mhm.
But you gotta think. They gotta remember too, though. Remember, these signings had big wages, and especially COVID impact.
Exactly.
That's the
So
thing.
if
It's
the
just
income is not coming in and you have to service those expenses, you're gonna get hit.
yeah.
The only thing COVID impacted was TV rights and
Ticket sales.
fan ticket sales.
Yeah.
But so you mean to say that an organization as big as Barcelona
Mhm.
was relying solely on TV and ticket sales?
It depends. It
And
depends on
Something
how.
Messi as well. Messi as well,
something's
man.
fishy, man.
No,
Something's fishy.
didn't Messi have tax problems? I
Abdullah.
don't like to talk
Yeah.
about people's issues,
No,
but did
Yeah,
Messi have tax problems?
no.
Messi was dodging taxes.
Yeah, he
But my
had
whole
tax
thing is
issues too.
Yeah.
Abdullah, this whole thing no sound fishy to you.
I think the issue with Barcelona is, I think the era of the MSN era, after the 2015 Messi, Neymar, and Suarez. Since then, Barcelona has been collapsing for a very long time, and I think the problem with them is they don't have a direction and a structure. Even now, I'm not a Barcelona fan right now. Xavi coming in for me is a big risk. He's a legend in that club,
No, no,
and
no.
him
We're
coming
not even
in,
talking about the football. We're
yeah.
talking about they don't even have money.
No, see, Marvel, it's not about money. For me, it's all about the direction of the club because for the past 5 or 10 years, the direction of the club has been abysmal. If you are running a football club, if you don't have a good direction in terms of structure, it will go bad no matter the everything you go to. Dembele was a bad signing. Coutinho was a bad signing. Antoine Griezmann was a bad signing for me. So those two players came with a big money. The big money, if you calculate those three signings, it's up to like 3 to 400, 400 up to even 500. That tells me that both the chairman, the board, and the manager doesn't know what they're doing. It's like it's that instead of them going up, they're coming downhill. That doesn't make any sense for me. Doesn't make any sense because what is the actual direction of that club? It's not going forward. It's not going forward. It's going back. Instead of them going forward, they're going backward.
Yeah, because you gotta remember too that in COVID impacted a lot of clubs.
Yeah, I
A
know.
lot.
Yeah,
Not
probably
just
a
only
lot of club. I
Barcelona.
know.
Not just only Barcelona. It
Yeah,
impacted
a
a
lot.
lot.
Mm-hmm. A lot of.
What it take?
And hey, remember TV sales went up. So this is just I'm just the reason. And when in COVID times, TV sales ran up because people that didn't buy tickets anymore bought a subscription at home. People
Mm-hmm.
have viewing subscriptions at home now. So the stadiums have been virtualized as a
Yeah.
result of this COVID.
Speak.
So in terms of TV dollars,
Yeah.
you want to tell me Barcelona didn't make anything from? No, it just says that La Liga sucks. That's what it says.
Could be. You
Speak.
could be right about
Speak.
that. Yeah.
Speaking of virtualizing football,
Yeah.
Abdullah, what's in they do your subscription where you give me? You know what? You know what I'm
I
talking
know what I
about?
know what you're talking about.
What
I decided to turn it off
Chineke,
because I'm pissed
man.
off. Those bastards. Those bastards about chat.
You're making me use Russian websites,
You can
downloading
continue. Those bastards I used, they charge me $64 every month. I'm like, are you kidding me? No,
for what?
I
What
stopped it.
subscription is that?
You're talking about the football, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
$64 a month.
yeah, every month. Yeah,
Yeah, cut that more, cut that
I
more.
I already cut it off since like last 2 months already. I use an
$64.
app.
Why don't you just buy ticket and go to Stamford Bridge?
Relax. I live in Chicago. Relax. I don't
No,
live.
it's cheaper that way. If you're going to pay $64 a month, you might as well buy flight ticket
Yeah, flight. Yeah, that's
and
true.
go and.
Relax.
I bet you
I
your boys.
work. I need
Which
money.
Niger guy don't have boys in London?
I work. I need
Every Niger man in have boys in London, so you have a place to stay if you go.
money. I'll contact Emmy. I'll contact the church. I beg. Borrow me your place. Let me stay with.
I know, man.
Yeah, but I also use YouTube TV. You know, all of them are a bunch of idiots and crap. All of them.
It's like all of them.
All of them are a bunch
Does,
of
does,
idiots and
YouTube,
crap.
does YouTube TV show Premier League games?
Yeah, Premier League and Champions League
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
How much
Yeah.
is YouTube TV?
for the $5 a month. I believe so. What's the difference?
Wow, YouTube is smart too.
All
Wow.
of them are bastards. I've used them before.
Who owns
See,
who owns YouTube? Are
There's
they
YouTube. There's YouTube
I think
TV.
Google. I think
There's
Google.
Fubo TV. There's Hulu. Hulu also has a sport channel too. He has a sport channel too. Which shows
yeah,
football.
Hulu does live sports. But my whole thing is Google owns YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Man, Google and Facebook aren't playing any games, dog. Blue
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, I hear you, man. No, I know.
I
Google
don't
and
I don't
Facebook.
use them again. I
We're not
use
playing
Google,
games.
I
We're
use
Google,
not
one
playing games,
app.
man.
YSK gave me YSK is a Batman. He gave me one, and that app is like it's a free app. I use that app to watch every match I want to watch.
Google and Facebook will come bid for Blue Eyes house. So
May they
they
come,
like
man. I'll sell, oh. Ha. Very cheap, Seth. I'll sell, oh. Amen. Amen, my brother, man. Not a prayer, man. Not prayer.
And I play a
Not pray.
big player, big money,
Big prayer back. Big prayer back.
big money, big
no,
money.
but
Yeah.
with Xavi
Mhm.
Brickard,
Yeah.
what's your honest assessment? Sentiment aside, how do you think his
Anyways,
tenure?
I didn't finish. Let me finish
Okay,
with
go ahead, go
Xavi.
ahead.
Glass finish. For
Like
me,
I said to
let
you
me ask you
earlier
this question.
before, yeah, there's the politics. The thing about Xavi is the former president. Is it Fonte? The
Um,
former bus is Fonte, right? I think I'd
wait,
mentioned this.
a former? Oh, you mean the what? Oh, who's one of
Your
the what?
sports, your
One of the candidates? One of the candidates that want to run? Yeah.
exactly,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Fonte, and this guy supported him.
Yeah.
Xavi supported him. And now, what's your name? Is it Laporte? What's the name of your guy?
Laporta. Laporta.
Exactly. So now that Laporta is in, I'm surprised that Laporta reached out because Laporta, I don't think, saw eye to eye with Xavi because of his allegiance to Fonte. So now, for him to go back to Xavi now and say, "Yo, we need you," it must have taken a lot of humility. So this is a chance. The reason I say this is a chance now for Xavi to come in and request for everything. Either you can provide me with what I want, or you give me time to grow.
Blue
Give me
Eyes.
time to build a project.
How would they provide? They can't provide him with anything. They couldn't
Exactly.
even.
That's what I'm saying. So don't put the
Realize
pressure on
Barcelona
me.
are broke. They are
I
broke.
know. That's what good. You guys have answered my question. So don't expect anything from me. Right now, it's damage control. As long as you buy into that philosophy of damage control, we can make this thing work. But Barcelona is too big to manage damage control. Barcelona wants to win yesterday. Tard, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't know how this is going to pan out. So I pre-contract, I don't know what the agreement was, and then you have Xavi stuck. He's also stuck underneath the influence of the badge because he's a Barca boy. So he has to come in humble as well. He can't really come in banging all over the place. But if he comes in saying I need time, and I know I need time doesn't work in football, but if he comes in with that approach, then yes, he might have a time. He might have the time to build a project. But if not, man, I think it's a revolving door at Barcelona for now until they find money.
Okay.
It's tough though
It's a
because for me,
it, let me. It's a revolving door that's being exacerbated by the fact that they're trying to recapture the feeling and the whole atmosphere that surrounded the club when Pep was there. They're trying to recreate what Pep had
Is it Pep or is
as
it
a
Messi though?
well, Pep and Messi. They're trying to recreate that whole formula, that feeling, that ethics
Oh,
that they had
then
in
it's
their
not.
football.
Marvelous is not going to work. They
I
should
mean,
find a way to. They have to
look at the
depart from that.
signings. Look at the signings that they've made. It's always like they've always been in search of rekindling that feeling.
Yeah,
And I
but
feel like for as long as they keep pursuing that, like all through my Twitter feed, every single Barcelona fan, they're already typing out thesis statements about how Xavi is gonna turn Pedri and into like the whole tiki taka and the whole La Masia. They need to
right.
focus on the future. They need to grow away from that. They
They
need to
need to depart
rediscover
from
themselves.
exactly.
Yeah.
Not rediscover. They need to depart from that Messi strangulated their fame. Everything went through Messi, and like you said, and Pep has moved on with City. Like I'm surprised.
Look,
They're still
Pep,
leaning on that fame.
I think Bricktard, I don't want to break your heart. And anytime I tell this to Barcelona fans, the look in their faces, it looks like someone just like crushed them.
Bro, don't worry
I
about it, bro.
feel like
Don't worry about
I
this.
feel like Barcelona cared more about Pep than he ever cared about Barcelona. Like Pep
Wow.
Guardiola, when you look at him, he's like a megalomaniac. So he's always, in my opinion, he's always looking two steps ahead. You see how he's been talking about his sabbatical that is apparently, according to him, a year and a half away.
Meaning he might retire after
And
this end
no
of this year.
sabbatical, like he's leaving City. He's
Yeah, I
already
know.
told the board.
Meaning he's going to leave at the end of this year. That's probably
No,
what he's
Yeah,
doing.
it's at the end of
yeah.
next, possibly next year,
No,
He
2020.
this year.
never he
This
never
year,
really
He
dwells
might
too
announce
much
it
on
this year.
things.
It
Like
only makes
Brickard,
sense because you have
you're
to
following
leave.
what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
yeah.
when Pep was at Barcelona, the fans were probably like, "Oh my God, he's so successful. He has Messi. He's gonna establish a dynasty. He's gonna stay for 10 years, 15 years." I wouldn't be surprised if the guy was already communicating to Bayern after he won that Champions League. But he never really dwells on anything. And Barcelona, they tend to like dwell in their success.
fair enough,
Oh,
fair enough, fair
Yeah,
enough, fair
yeah.
enough.
Barcelona, and Manchester United are the two clubs that dwell on whatever they
No,
achieve.
I think I beg to differ. Barcelona only dwelled on their success because they won for long. They were consistent with their
Yeah, look
victories.
at
So
United too.
yes, no,
United too.
exactly.
Under
So
Pep,
to say
under
dwell,
Sir Alex.
so you can't really say dwell on success. Right? Well, is that dwell on success or is because
But
of
look
it's the
look at
feeling at the
Madrid.
moment
Look at Madrid. They won 3 Champions Leagues in a row,
with
and
different?
they never really feel entitled to win the Champions League. Like I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
Like Barcelona, they haven't won it in years, and they feel
Yeah,
entitled every single season.
no, but against Chelsea last year, Real Madrid was the favorites, and their team
Were
sucked.
they? Were they? I don't think they
Yes.
were. Their team was
Oh no, the
horrible.
books and the
Even
book. Well,
Vilton, diehard Real Madrid fans. Abdullah, correct
yeah.
me if I'm wrong. Diehard Real Madrid fans were like, "Listen, our team is old. We don't really think
No,
we
but
have a
that was all
chance."
because they knew we were coming to get that they were going to get got. So of course you're going to start presenting that argument.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So okay. So I'm a
Like
point.
Richard, you know Abdul, right?
Yeah.
He's a Barcelona fan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Why is a lot of your fan base like that? Like, why do they think like everything is all sunshine and roses? Like, Barcelona fans really don't. I feel like they were so pampered by Messi that they really
Mm,
take football for granted. They don't really, even as bad as they've experienced thus far. I don't really think they've seen the ugly side. I think things are gonna get a lot worse before they get better. If I'm not mistaken, they have to play Bayern again in
Yeah.
the Champions League. I think it's going to be much worse than that first leg because that
what was the score in the first leg again?
3-0.
5-1,
Three,
No,
3-0, right?
3-0.
3-0. I think 3-0.
Because at that time when they played Bayern were still smoothing out their edges. What's his
Mm.
name had just come into the job,
Oh,
Nagelsmann.
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 Now he's a lot more settled in. Now they're executing. So I think things are going to get worse before they even get better for Barcelona. And that's me just looking
But
at
that
things from
we talked about this
unbiased.
thing. We never talked about this in the last time I did, and I said this.
Yeah.
Even if Sabi came in, you're gonna play Bayern. Bayern has already qualified for the UCL, and I can guarantee you one thing: they won't rest players. That's Bayern for you.
Look,
They will not rest players.
if Bayern have 20 points, if Bayern have 20 points and you have 2 points, they're still gonna play as if they have 1 point.
Exactly.
All
They're
right.
going to play as
Exactly.
if they're going to get dropped from the table. You're right.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah, and
win because if
exactly they
Bayern
might
beats
need
you
to
and
win.
Benfica beats Dynamo
Hmm.
Kiev, you guys are out of your beat Europa
You
League.
guys are in the Europa League.
That's it.
I mean, okay. Let me say one thing, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna say this one thing that I'm gonna go to my whole paragraph while I'm thinking, right? So okay.
I notice Barcelona fans are also good writers too. Blue
So
Eyes,
go, go,
go
Of
on
go.
course.
go on Twitter. They
Um.
have the longest
Their
post.
hearts have been broken the most.
Um. Oh my days. So first point, right? Xavi was offered 2 contracts, I think, years ago by Bartomeu 2 times, and he declined it. And he was
Mm.
offered Dortmund too. Dortmund wanted him too as well, and declined it as well. Xavi declined as well. And and I think Brazil wanted him to be assistant manager for
Mhm.
Tito. I think his name is Tito. Or I forget that day. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Tito. Yeah, that's
Tite,
true.
Tite, Tite.
Tito.
Tite. Yeah.
So they offered him a contract too, but he said no. But the one key point I want to say is he rejected Barcelona because during that time he knew that he wasn't ready just yet. But until this year,
Mhm.
he thinks he's ready.
The
So that's one
expectation,
point. I mean,
third,
that's
the expectation
wait,
is
wait.
lower now. Third, it's a smart time to get the job because he'll be given a longer, like more time to make mistakes. Go ahead. Sorry, I just wanted to
Yeah.
jump in. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, because like I'm gonna give him that, right? He thinks he's ready. Okay, fine then. I'm gonna give him that. He thinks he's ready now because he's really confident. He looks confident. So I'm all right then. I'm gonna give you that then, all right? But now I'm gonna get to my points, right? Am I optimistic with the project Xavi's gonna be in? I mean, yeah. I mean, optimistic. Am I thinking that we're gonna win the Champions League this year and next year coming? No, I don't. I live in reality. I doubt we'll win the Champions League until at least minimum 3 years later or four. Um, I mean, really. I mean, you cannot. I mean, we haven't seen him play yet with Barcelona just yet. We can say all these hypothetical things, saying that
Mhm.
he's gonna get smashed by Bayern like 5-0 or like 10-1 or 11-1, like any prediction you can think of, right? That is
Mhm.
that is that is like malnourishing us, right? You
Mhm.
can think that all you want, but we haven't seen how Barcelona's playing under him. Until
Mhm.
then, until you see Xavi plays under Barcelona, you can judge. That's one point I'm say. Can't judge anything just yet until you see him in Barcelona. Second point. Um, this rebuild's gonna take a long time. But the thing with me is, I trust these young players to not. I trust them to later on be good players in the future.
Mhm.
My expectations right now is not winning anything, but I want to see the players improve. You know, I want to see if I
But
see.
better, you said that now, but some Barcelona fans are psychopath. They don't want that. They want to win because of Xavi.
I mean, here's the thing, though. I mean, for me, I'm a realist. I mean, I see if I see something, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I analyze things first before I say
Mhm.
anything. I see first. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like we're not gonna win nothing at this moment because these players are young. But you can see they got it. You know what I'm trying to say? They got
They
the
got the
tenacity.
potential,
They
yeah.
Yes, they got it. You can see them. For
Mhm.
example, Betty in the
Gavi,
Euros. Betty
Fant,
in the
mhm.
Yeah, Betty in the Euros. You saw him in the Euros. He did
Mhm.
well in the Euros.
They
Under
did
who?
very, very well under Luis
Luis
Enrique.
Enrique, right?
Mhm.
You seen Gavi. I mean, that's not like an international tournament, but you know what I mean, though. He did good against Italy and France, so that's promising, right?
Mhm.
And the way how I see these players play, the academy players are youngsters, right? Most of our team are like youngsters now, right? To see the way how they play, if you analyze the way how they play fast possession football. If a manager could play that way, then these guys could thrive in the future and get better and improve more and more. Does Xavi play fast and possession football? Um, I I haven't analyzed his game just yet that much, but he does cater some characteristics from Pep where he learned from. But look,
Mhm.
it's still not enough yet, right? Still not enough until we see him play with Barcelona. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, if Xavi could bring back that tiki taka, well, I don't call it tiki taka. I don't call it that. I think that's dumb. I call
Mhm.
it fast based possession football. That's how I call it. If you could bring that to this Barcelona team, then this team would thrive. This team would do good. But winning titles, I don't think so. Like my expectations are low because the shit that I seen throughout the years. So I mean, look, expectations should be low until we see Xavi play. We can judge. But right now, it's all speculation. How he's gonna play and how he's gonna do it. Yeah. So that's all I got.
Mm. Fair enough, fair enough. I love the way you analyze it because some Barcelona fans sometimes when they talk, I laugh. What makes me laugh is that when they talk, you see them behaving. Savi is gonna come in. Savi is the Messiah. Savi is the new Pep. So I'm like, are you guys crazy? Just relax, relax,
Yeah, they need to
relax,
relax because like
relax.
I see where they're coming from. He learned from Pep and he learned from the Spain
Mm-hmm.
manager throughout 2008, 2010. That they went through
Mm-hmm.
like three international trophies in a row. I think if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, they're saying
Del
that
Del
all that.
Bosque. Del Bosque.
Yeah, then Bosque. Yeah, him. So I mean, I get where they're coming from, but
Mm-hmm.
we
Huh.
got to. But first, we got to wait until we see how Xavi does under Barcelona. We gotta
I
wait
love
that
I love what
first.
you say because in Africa because BOS and MU will correct my marvelous say because they say seeing is believing.
Uh
I
huh.
hope I'm
Oh,
I hope I'm right.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Um,
you have to see it first before
You
you
have
believe
to see
anything.
first, man.
absolutely right, right there.
To see is believing. Whatever happens, if it is club football, let's see that club football first. If it's
Uh,
gonna work or not,
Uh huh.
then
Yep.
Um,
for me to you'll be able to judge him yet.
Uh
I
huh.
read, I read a, I was seeing a few threads on Twitter where people were saying his style of play, the way he coaches, it's very reminiscent of Pep Guardiola. And then I remember
my
I said,
my
and this was
my
like
brother.
early when he was
Every
rumored. He was rumored. I said,
everybody
"Oh,
coaches like a different
let
style.
me go see what team he coaches." Xavi, no offense, he coaches Al Assad, man.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
some of the Barcelona fans said, "Oh, it's not where you coach or who you coach. It's your style of play that matters because you could carry the style of play and translate it." But then they never really answered the question of, okay, you could transfer the style of play,
Mm-hmm.
but will that particular style of play and your way of implementing it work in a different league? Like, there's uh, a lot of
So
Barcelona
many.
fans just live in this utopia.
You said the thing too, though. You can't just get any manager, right? I mean, if you gotta get a manager that could see that has the style and that could see the players and see the strengths out of them and bring the best out of them. You can't just get any manager, right? I mean, because for me, if Barcelona got Conte, like I doubt we'll do good. I think that's a Koeman 2.0 because we don't have the place for a system. I doubt we'll thrive under that. So I mean, look, I mean, there's a lot of variables coming to this thing.
Hmm.
I mean, you
Would
gotta think about it.
Would Barcelona have taken Rafa Benitez?
Hell, oh no,
No,
no, no, no, no,
He's
no,
a,
no.
he's a
no,
manager. He's a manager that excelled, did incredibly well in the Spanish league. That's
no,
literally where he
no.
started.
Uh,
He
Marvelous,
developed, and
marvelous.
people talk
okay.
about
No,
play style.
stop.
He developed David
No.
Silva. He developed
Oh,
David
please.
Villa. He
Please.
developed Danny Perejo. He
Oh my
developed
days.
Juan Mata. Yeah, I mean that's where
You
he
know,
started.
no,
No,
okay. Let me tell you that.
marvelous.
Yeah, I'm listening.
It seems you don't. Barcelona has a way of playing, right? And Rafa Benitez definitely is more pragmatic than playing on the front foot. It
Do
worked
you
when
think
he was in
so?
Valencia.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Because I always looked at Rafa throughout his career. I'm a big fan of his means of coaching. I think he's more of
Hmm.
a manager.
Are you serious? So you like
Well,
Liverpool? Chai.
yeah, I loved Rafa's
Nah.
Liverpool.
Are you serious?
No,
Nah,
no,
Abdullah, you have to kick this guy off the
No,
screen.
no,
What
no,
happened?
no.
no.
I'm taking my Chelsea
Ma-
bias. No, let me just say this really quick. I'm
Go
taking
ahead.
my Chelsea bias. Me as a Chelsea
Uh-huh.
fan, I'm
Yeah.
removing my
Mhm.
bias. Rafa always seemed more like a manager, meaning that
But he never.
he
No, he
worked with
is.
what he had.
No,
True.
Like
but
I feel like
Rafa.
if you
Yeah.
throw Rafa into this Barcelona setup,
He's a businessman,
he'll
man.
very quickly realize, okay, I don't have the players to be pragmatic. Let me work with what I have.
No, no. I've
He's
I'm
not
not
with
going
seen
to
him
try and
play
force
other.
the issue.
I've not. I've not seen this guy play otherwise though. Even
No,
his
I have.
Valencia team
His
in
Liverpool and
2003, 2004.
His Liverpool and Valencia side, especially his Valencia side,
They
they
played on
had
the counter.
flair. They
uh,
had flair.
They
They
let me
played
tell
had
you
on
something.
the
passing.
counter.
Let me tell you something, right? Throughout these years, these managers were pragmatic. Literally, these managers were pragmatic. And guess what that happened? Guess what happened to us? You already know what happened. Lubrication after lubrication. These players cannot play pragmatic. I'm telling you, we seen it. I seen it too many times. You,
They don't have the. They don't have the physicality. Like
yeah, I
before
seen.
before you play pragmatic, right? You have to have the physicality in
Yeah,
Chelsea's
midfield
Chelsea's
because all they
biggest
have is lightweights there, right?
yeah, and
Chelsea
playmakers and stuff.
Chelsea's biggest Chelsea's biggest margin of victory since 2010 was under Rafa Benitez. You guys know that, right? And he's so-called the pragmatic manager. I
Please,
mean,
it's
you
not
guys know
by.
what I'm talking about. You guys know the game I'm talking about.
See,
He didn't play
I
pragmatic in that game. We
I
beat Villa
know, but
8-0, and we never
I know, but this
counterattacked.
but this is
There's also Hazard tax. Hazard
No, we
doesn't
didn't
need
have
a
yeah.
coach.
Hazard. Did we have
Yes, we
Hazard in
did.
that game? In
We
the
had
Yes,
game?
Hazard,
Yeah.
yeah,
against
yeah,
Villa, of course.
2013,
Yes,
yeah, we
yeah.
did.
No, but did
That
he
game
play
we
that
had
game?
Hazard. Hazard
We had
played.
Hazard. I
Yeah,
remember that game clearly, man. Yeah,
yeah.
that was
Okay.
I
after
think he even
Champions League,
scored
man.
two.
Hazard
Yeah.
doesn't need a coach, man. Hazard doesn't need coaching, man.
I don't remember Hazard playing that
No,
game.
Hazard was in that. I
Oh,
remember clearly.
Hazard.
I
It
was
was
so
yeah,
frustrated that Mikel didn't play. I remember that game.
yeah,
One
yeah.
one manager,
Yeah.
one manager from La
I
Liga
think we
that
beat.
okay, if you're from to one manager La Liga or like somebody Rafael Benitez, I would like that Sevilla manager. What's his name again? That Sevilla manager?
Lopetegui.
Lopetegui. I would like him. I would like.
No,
I
no.
would,
He
yeah, no,
flopped.
he
He
would be good.
flopped
No, he
at
would be good.
Madrid. He flopped at Madrid.
Yeah.
Because that man. See, Ernesto Valverde was pragmatic. Lopetegui is not pragmatic, bro. He's not. He's not pragmatic.
What about Nuno? What about Nuno Espirito Santo?
Oh, please.
Blue eyes.
Oh.
Blue
Hey.
eyes. Go away, man.
Hey.
Otherwise,
You like,
I will kick you
you
out.
like how I pronounce his name, man?
I will kick you
Nuno
out right now.
Hey.
Did you
Espirito
just say
Santo.
Nuno? Like seriously,
Why are you
Nuno?
laughing? Ah,
Did you
Nuno,
just say
what the,
Nuno?
yeah,
Mister-
Nuno Espirito Santo.
Mister, you want Barcelona to go get Mr. Lubrication.
I will kick you out. You see,
Didn't Tottenham?
What did I do wrong?
Didn't they have
Nuno?
They had 3 lubrications in a row, right?
No, it's Nuno Espirito Santo, man. Come this
Mr.
guy.
Lubrication.
So,
But let me talk. Let me talk about Xavi.
What's
Then. Let
up?
me talk about Xavi.
go
Yes,
go
please.
talk about that.
Let me talk about Xavi. So Xavi,
What's up,
yeah.
bro?
People
Go
comparing.
brother.
Hey, hi. People comparing Xavi's entrance to Pep's time into Barcelona are getting it totally wrong. When Pep joined Barcelona when he joined from the B team to the A team to take over from Rijkaard, I think that was 2006, 2007.
Mhm.
Barcelona won the Champions League from 2005, 2006, right? They
Yeah.
won the Champions League beating Arsenal in Paris.
Yeah.
That team had a so-called Samuel Eto'o, Ronaldinho, and one little genius that we ended up finding out his name was Lionel Messi. Bro! And then they had Xavi, the same Xavi, and Iniesta. And they also had a
Yeah,
Carlos
Toure.
Puyol
Yeah,
in the
Toure.
back. I don't think they had Yaya Toure
He was on
immediately.
the bench. I think he was on the bench then.
He was not starting, yeah.
No.
So let's now mimic that Barcelona team to this Barcelona team. This current Barcelona team has Braithwaite instead of Eto'o. Aguero, he's not going to play. He's not going to play anymore. So they don't even have a striker, a winger. Usman Dembele, who is always injured, compared to Ronaldinho.
Wait, Abby, please, sorry to cut you off. Speaking of
Yeah.
Usman Dembele, I anytime I'm in this like stream yard with you guys, I always open the live stream on YouTube so I can keep up with the live comments, right? And in the suggested videos, I see HH, he's streaming right now. And the
Yeah.
thumbnail of his stream is literally Usman Dembele in a hospital bed with like
Yeah.
a lot of like tubes connected to his stomach.
That
And
is
The guy can't.
all you see is Usman Dembele smiling and giving a thumbs up.
The guy cannot stay fit. So is
You
there
think
any need
you
to
guys
actually count on him?
you guys think some
So
players fake injuries on purpose?
no. It's just his lifestyle. I
Because
think for
Usman
Usman Dembele,
Dembele is starting to get fishy, man.
I think is his lifestyle. His lifestyle. He doesn't take care of himself like a professional footballer. I think he's still like a kid. He's all over shop. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Xavi. So if people really think Xavi will come and implement this so-called Pep system in this current Barcelona team, they'll whoop them like 4 goals almost every game. Because first of all, that Pep team could hold the ball. They could hold the ball and they had the ability to actually pick passes and they could play one-touch football. This Barcelona team, I don't see them playing one-touch football to be able to open teams up. and create those movements without, and also trying to win the ball fast. Because that Barcelona team, which Xavi was part of, won the ball in 7 seconds. Who's gonna win the ball in this team in 7 seconds? They can't even press consistently through 90 minutes. So I don't know. I really think this is a disaster waiting to happen. They will have some bounce. I think they probably win 6 games, 5 games here and
Emmy,
there.
but I
But
have a question. Emmy, I have a question for you because with this
Mhm,
statement that
mhm,
you made in regards
mhm,
to Xavi, because you're using the yardstick you're using to measure Xavi is that
mhm.
magnificent team of 2006 to 2008.
Yeah, because people are constantly comparing his transition now to this Barcelona team
Yeah,
to
but you can't
Pep
do the
Guardiola's
question.
transition.
That's true. No, you're absolutely right. But if you now do copy paste with Frank Lampard, people also expecting Frank Lampard to look like Chelsea of 2008, 2009, 2010.
But that Chelsea fans are more realistic than Barcelona fans.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Have you
Yeah,
have you ever
Barcelona,
have you ever heard of
Bas-
this man called Chelsea FC
Barcelona fans.
Babalawo?
Yeah,
Chelsea
Barcelona
FC
fans.
Babalawo is not
No.
realistic. Oh.
Yeah,
The only reason I do,
Barcelona.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead. I say Barcelona fans are delusional.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, they still don't understand that their team is not good enough. And even if they had Messi in this team, they'll still struggle.
exactly.
Because the thing is, right? Okay, Xavi brings this system, and it was a good point from Marvelous, right? Xavi brings this system, right? What system does he want to bring that nobody has seen before? Even Pep Guardiola, so-called system of Pep Guardiola, Pep constantly modifies his system. That sometimes he plays pragmatic too. Even though they have the ball, they are defending with the ball.
Mm.
So how is this guy going to implement whatever system he's going to implement? And how does he know that these players will be able to carry out, will be able to carry? And then one question I have is, what if this so-called system does not work? Yes,
That's
what
that's
if
okay.
it does not work? What will he do?
Yeah, but
Because
yeah,
it's one thing to say, oh, I get system. I have dy dx is equals to turning to zero. What if it does not turn to zero? What will you do? What's he
yeah.
gonna do?
Well, but Emmy, the thing is, right? I don't think it would be suicidal for Xavi to go in there and say he wants to implement a system now. It will be
What?
suicidal before he signs that contract. If his approach is
Mm,
he wants to fix a sinking ship,
mm,
like this ship is broken. Before we
mm-hmm,
start talking process, maybe in the next year, 2 years. For now,
mm.
we need to identify if we really even have a team or a structure, or like Abdullah said, a direction first. Because right now, this team is being pulled in different directions. So so I don't think process right now is. I don't
But
think that's
remember he's inexperienced, right?
exactly.
You're talking. You know what? You remember when Tuchel joined Chelsea
Yeah,
after Francis, right?
yeah, yeah.
Tuchel did not come and say, "Oh, I'm going to play 4-2-2-2-2,
No,
or
no.
I'm going to play 4-3-3 like I
Exactly.
played in PSG."
Exactly. So
No,
that's
on that plane from Paris to London, the guy and his team sat down,
exactly.
analyzed our team, and said, "Okay, this team is built for three at the back.
Yeah,
At least let us stop the goals from coming in first, and
yeah.
then we can work our way up to
That's
the
why
to
I'm
the
going
attack."
with this. That's where I'm going with my statement is Xavi can only look at Frank Lampard and learn a lesson on how to do this job.
That's if Javi remembers Frank Lampard, because right
No,
now
he will be
his
stupid
head,
not to.
his head is in the skies, though.
No, but he must have a team that will be looking at all the rookie coaches that got axed. He should be looking at Frank Lampard because Frank Lampard had the same opportunity he did,
Mhm.
same type of legendary experience as a player. So he will be stupid right now to not look at Frank Lampard and look at Thomas Tuchel and see what the difference is and see if he can find a happy medium.
I
So
don't know.
I got a
I'm
question.
here. I'm hearing that he wants to drop PK. Like he told the board that PK needs to leave, right?
Are you
Um,
serious? Wow.
yeah. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want PK. So
Wow.
PK himself has said, if they don't want me or they don't need me, they should just come out to tell me, pay me off, my contract and I'll just leave. Simple.
But you know what? I'm going to ask, why is it? I think it's because he played with PK1.
Because
And then,
PK is a radical, right?
yeah, he's
PK
a
will not.
radical. Yeah,
PK is not a regular person. PK has
exactly.
strong influence in
Yeah,
that dressing room, right? So
yeah.
PK is
Yeah, PK is very
PK wants to even
outspoken.
run. Yes, he
He
wants
is
to
very
run for
outspoken. Yeah.
yeah, but you need such characters
No, but
as you
remember, Frank
build a
Lampard got
team.
rid of David Luiz. The same thing.
Even Rudiger. Yeah,
Yeah,
ask Rudiger, ask Jorginho.
yeah.
All those guys were guys that
Oh,
were
but
talking to him.
that's
Yeah,
true. That's true. That's
yeah.
true.
Got rid of Rudy. We're going to sell Rudiger now. You forget that summer.
Mm.
It was the last day.
He was on the
West Ham.
board. Yeah,
Yeah, he was on the board. Like if a good bid came in for Rudiger two
gone.
summers ago, he was gone. Remember, he was the one that was supposed to go to West Ham,
Exactly.
and then they now said, okay, West Ham said no, they want Fikayo. Fikayo now turned West Ham down. That was the story. Rudiger was supposed to go to West Ham.
Wow.
I got a question.
Sure.
Do you guys wait? Do you guys think I'm a delusional Barca fan, or am I the only realist Barca
No,
fan?
you're realistic. You're very realistic. I
No,
must say, I'm surprised. I'm
You're real.
surprised, sir.
Because most Barca fans
Exactly.
are not real.
Exactly.
Yeah, they still think. I had a Barcelona fan say, if Xavi comes, they'll win the Champions League next season. I'm like, bro, for
No.
real?
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Nah.
These players are
You're gonna
too
get
young, man.
You're gonna get pasted this season.
I just want my boy, man, Depay, Memphis. I just want Memphis to be firing on all cylinders.
If
That's all.
I hope we as Chelsea take care of business against Juve and Zenith, and that Barca come in second, so we could do it to them the nice way, you know.
I like Memphis, man. Memphis is a bad man, man. That's my kind of player, man. Chai. He's like a more refined version of Bergwijn.
You know, Memphis is a Ghanaian, right?
Yeah,
His
he
father
is. Yeah, he's Ghanaian.
Yeah, he is.
When you watch him play, you see the Ghana boy in him.
You
That
see
boy.
it, man. The boy in ball, you see, man, when he plays.
Yeah, you see the Ghana in him.
Freestyle. He's like Zaha. He's like Wilfred Zaha. That kind of
stronger.
player.
He's
stronger, yeah.
He has a very low center of gravity.
Joy, man.
He can stop and he can turn.
And his long range shooting is ridiculous.
Oh my goodness, man! And the guy is against all odds, man. The guy is street mentality, against all odds. I like his approach, man.
Oh no, the guy in our streets now. You know, the guy had a very rugged upbringing, so
no wonder.
No adversity that they are showing him now is anything. He just
wonder.
wants to play football.
No wonder. I can see it. I can feel it in his game, man.
Yeah, that Lyon that he went to, Lyon he went to was just to build back his confidence because Manchester United shattered him, man.
Yeah, because I was even gonna say, Emmy, for a lot of players, not breaking through at like a United would really derail their career.
Are you saying Lukaku went to Inter for therapy?
Wow. No, I'm saying think about it. No, I'm saying at a club of such.
This is a new topic. I wouldn't if I said this right now. This is a new topic. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
At a club of such, like if you go from United and then you land at a Lyon, it's obvious things may not have worked out at United, but he's been able to build himself back up.
Yeah, it's just like Di Maria, right?
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. I just never looked at it that way.
As he spoke about it in relation to his celebration. You know the celebration he does where he covers his ears?
Oh yeah.
He has a whole thing about it on his Instagram about him like canceling out the noise and doubters and critics. Yeah.
No, Depay is an African boy. He has the African heart, man.
Joy. Anytime I watch him play, joy, man.
I don't know whether he joined Barcelona at the right time though, because this current Barcelona team is a mess, and they're going to get a rookie coach who, man, I'm really skeptical about this guy. I don't know.
Mula will use them and do Christmas, man.
Oh, that's Ramsey.
Balangu.
Wait, you guys know how sometimes Bayern will be winning like 6-0, And Mula will still be like telling every player to keep
To
pushing
pump up.
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
That guy, Muller,
That guy.
Chad,
Huh.
guy,
He doesn't
legend,
stop. Oh.
legend, legend.
Yeah.
That guy. You think he will play the next World Cup, right? I think so.
I think so too, man.
So that means he played 2010.
Mm-hmm.
He's played 2014, which they won. 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he's going to play 4 World Cups.
Yeah,
'Cause,
man.
Yeah,
he started very
usually,
young.
usually for most players that play 4 World Cups,
The
I,
fourth is the
I I
last.
considered them to have had a very healthy international
Correct.
career.
Yeah.
Correct.
If you could get 4 World Cups,
Yeah,
that's a
that's
very
16 years.
solid,
Well, that's
international
12
career.
years, sorry.
But you know why though? Because Thomas Muller. This is my humble opinion, and I know it's probably a myopic one. But Thomas Muller, in all of his career, played with his brains. He didn't play with body, so he was able to prolong his career. Most of his
And
executions was he just appeared and executed and went
yeah,
back home, man.
and the
Yeah.
guy was
They call him
Yeah.
Yeah,
that.
he doesn't really run for nothing.
No. That's
He
why
doesn't just run for
This
the
is
sake
where
of
I
running.
want Mason Mount to be heading to start
Kai
doing
very
less,
Havertz,
calculated.
to do
Kai
less.
Havertz,
Yeah, Kai Havertz, do less to get more.
no headless chicken movement.
No.
No, but you can't say so who's gonna press?
No,
Who's gonna
but
press?
no. What I'm saying is that he can still press, but there's a way, like when to get more productivity than what you're getting now and doing less work, you can spread yourself better for the entire game. And you don't look, and then
I
you
think
don't look like you're.
that comes with experience.
That's what I'm
Let me.
saying. You don't look like you're forcing it anymore. That's Mason Mount right now is forcing it, but it's expected because he's young. And I don't want him. I see that forcing spirit. I don't like that anymore. That still puts him in. He's still in. Remember university days. He's still in remedials. He's not first year yet.
Oh
You
yeah.
understand? So no, you're you're laughing. You're laughing. You're laughing.
Getting our Remy. Yeah.
Remedials,
Chai.
pre-science. Remember pre-science those
Those,
days.
those who don't get matric number.
No matric number. No. You have to do 1 year first before you get matric now. That's what I'm saying. And that's the kind of vibes.
Now those who they celebrate matric day pass.
Of course. And now there you go get most of the criminals where you want to.
Oh yeah. Here's one fact about Bayern, right?
I
One
run
fact
that,
about
man.
Bayern is this, right? Is throughout these troubles that they won, right?
Yeah.
Who was a big factor to that? Muller, right? Because every time the manager uses Muller right, they
Yes.
win a Champions League. It always been like that.
Exactly.
Because there's a reason why they call him the Ramutuda. They call him
Yeah, it means,
Rama-
what does that translate to?
football brain.
Football brain. Yeah.
Exactly. There you go.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why they call him that.
There
There's a
you
reason.
go. Oh, I didn't know this. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, the other thing too. What he does is this.
Speaking of Muller, his CV, Brickshard, sorry to cut you off. His CV, as impressive as it is, his accolades, it can even be more impressive if you look at a lot of the shoulda coulda with him. Remember 2010, Uncle Mu came with Inter, who were heavy underdogs, and they played on the counter and they beat that young, exciting Bayern team that he was kind of spearheading. Muller was spearheading. He was their most talented youngster. And they were under Van Gaal and they had more chances, but Muller couldn't finish like 3 chances.
Yeah.
So that's one CL he could have potentially had. Then you look at what we did to them, what Drogba did to them, and the penalty shootout upset. That's another Champions League he should have had.
But if you use that woulda coulda, then the Lampards and the Drogbas of the world,
but I'm saying
as well too.
In the context of Muller though.
Yeah.
On the European stage,
yes, that's right.
His CV is really
Hands
impressive.
But he never won the Euros though.
No.
Oh yeah, that's
But he won World Cup.
Yeah, he won the World Cup, but he never won the Euros. They flopped. They flopped in the Euros, and when they defended their title
against
in
Argentina.
In 2018,
they did horrible.
Yeah, they were horrible. They went out in the group stages, right? So
but still, man, Müller, man, is a star that will shine no matter what.
A lot of German players, they use their brains a lot. Even look at
they teach them the rudiments of the game and how to be efficient in the match.
Philip Lahm, I don't think he ever got a red card in his whole career.
if you look at even past greats in Germany, like
Yeah,
Luther Matthäus played 82, 86, 90. They won it. They lost in
exactly.
86 to Argentina. He played 90, he played 94, he played 98.
Yeah,
He played 5 World Cups. That guy was ageless. At some
exactly.
point, he played all the positions apart from goalkeeper. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, those Germans know how to. They have long. It's like those that stay back, back in Germany, Bayern,
Yeah.
or maybe those days. Most German players play in Inter Milan, and
Mm.
most Dutch players play in AC Milan. It used to be a rivalry back in the days. But just to say this about German players, right? And I'll go. German players are
Abdullah,
very
German engineering. Mula,
ah,
Mula,
That's a fair point. That's a fair
Mula
point.
na
yeah,
BMW.
The thing about Mueller is what's so good about him is this that because I remember I seen Hansi Flick, right? He tells the players where to press, and then when he tells where to press at, they get the ball immediately right there under like 1 milliseconds, right, or a couple of seconds, right? But the thing about
Mm.
him is this. The thing about him is this though. His brain, he uses his brain right. He gets in good positions to shoot in, good positions to pass in. The thing, most important thing about him is his brain and his positioning awareness. That's why he's so good.
Yeah.
His positional
Yeah.
awareness makes
Yeah.
him dangerous in a system
Emmy,
that
Emmy, Emmy. Is he
yeah,
still
they hear
there?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see
bro.
what Bricktard said in regards to positional awareness. That's the
Yep.
way you can counter the press that you want from Mason Mount.
Yep.
Because if he puts
Yep.
himself in crucial positions, there wouldn't be the need for him to press that much
To
anymore.
sprint, yeah, to
Thank
sprint
you to
multiple
sprint.
times. Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry,
he can
Bricktard. Go
he
ahead.
can conserve his energy. But
Thank you.
that doesn't work a lot in the Premier League, right? Because the Premier
Mm,
League is different, right? The Premier League
because
is
of everything is
non-stop.
fast paced. Yeah.
Exactly, it's
Yeah.
non-stop. Like you can
Yeah.
do that in the German league, the Italian
Yes.
league, but in the Premier League, bro,
So
how
so
do you
there's
want
I'm
to?
gonna tell you.
so hold on.
It
There's no
doesn't
players in
stop.
that mold. There's no players in that mold right now in the Premier League. I'm trying to think.
No,
Which mode?
no.
Which mode?
In the mold of like Muller, like doesn't
Guys,
run too
I,
much,
I am
only
back.
sprint.
The
No,
closest,
Is
the
Kai
I'm
Havertz?
not
closest is
saying.
Kai Havertz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Kai
Yeah,
Havertz presses now, right? He's
that
now
He
and that's
pressing.
what
does.
I
He
that's what I
does.
said earlier
Yeah.
before you guys joined.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Kai
now
Ha-
pressing.
I
So
said earlier, Emmy, correct me if you think I'm wrong.
no, 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 no. You're good, my lord.
You're good.
And another thing about Mueller is this though is if because Mueller fits in a Gegenpress system, a
Hmm.
Gegenpress system that is used Gegenpress rightly. Because for example, Klopp, right? He used Gegenpress correctly, and guess what happens,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Champions League. So if Bayern was in the Premier League using the Hansi Flick thing because he knows how to use Gegenpress correctly, especially knows how to
man,
use Mueller correctly
bro.
with his positional awareness and with his pressing, where to press,
Yeah.
where to go to, then they can thrive in our Premier League. They will
No,
thrive on top.
no, no, no. Let me
No,
just tell
no.
you
What
this
I was
right
gonna
now.
say was,
Wait,
Emmy.
if Bayern Munich tries how they play in the Bundesliga in the Premier League, they'll get hit, man. They'll get
Okay,
hit. They'll get hit. In fact, they'll get
you
kicked
sure?
out of the
You
park.
Really
mean
sure?
that high line?
Really
They're
sure?
gonna get destroyed, man.
Yes,
High,
they'll get
high, high.
destroyed.
That's food.
Now with
That's
Klopp,
food, man. Food.
but
That's
look, Klopp.
food because guess what? All the Premier League teams need to do is
Oh, that's
get two
food.
wingers,
That's
on each side of the touchline and lob that ball.
You
Lob
know
that
Klopp.
ball. By the time
no,
they
no.
do it
That's
three
food. That's
times,
provision
oh yeah.
store, man. That's
And
food.
then
Provision store.
you know that Bayern Munich does not press as hard as regular Premier League teams. So there'll be that 2 seconds to pick up the pass.
The other thing
And
too.
they'll eat them up, man. They'll eat them up.
Here's the thing, Klopp used the same tactics. Use the
No,
Gegenpress.
no,
That's
No,
the
but
thing.
no, but he doesn't play the high
no,
press. He
no,
doesn't
he
play
Yeah.
doesn't
that
play.
high line.
No,
That high line.
no. They play mid. They play mid block
Exactly.
though.
No, no, no.
Mid
But
block.
but
So hold on,
but no,
guys.
no.
And
Klopp Klopp
if you
has a
notice and if you
Klopp.
notice in Klopp, the three central midfielders are the workaholics, right? They are the ones that press and cover that space
No, no.
and
But think
actually try
about
and
it.
win the ball.
When we beat them at Anfield, that whole pass from Conte to Mason Mount, their line
Yeah,
was kind of high.
it was high. It
It
was high,
was high,
but do you
exactly.
know
It
why?
caught them off guard.
Do you know why Kante was able to pick that pass? Because they didn't press. Their pressing, their pressing was not precise. one thing about Klopp's team, which is the gang press on, is their pressing is very on point. They don't stop. They're like ants. They're like army or what? Like mobile ants,
Soldier
man.
ant, soldier ant.
They just rush. They rush the sugar. They rush and they all press at the same
At
time.
the same time,
The
yeah,
reason,
that's true.
the reason why they press like that is to make sure that you don't have time on the ball to actually make the pass where you want to make the pass. They'll
That's true.
press you to make the pass where they want you to make the pass based
Bef-
on where they want to win that ball and actually hurt you. And that's why Liverpool is such a very dangerous team. And then they have, Salah and Mane, who once they get the ball, they're very direct. They can actually run at your goal, cut back, and really, you look at their midfield. Nobody can dribble in that midfield. Really, who dribbles in that midfield?
Man,
Nobody.
look,
Thiago.
Nobody.
Respect Nabi.
look,
Respect
no,
Nabi.
no, no, no,
Respect
no,
Nabi.
listen.
Alcantara,
Respect
man.
Nabi.
Klopp
Alcantara
deserves
will open you up, man.
Klopp deserves a humanitarian award for the way he transformed Jordan Henderson's career, man. He
Hendo.
worked,
No,
he
call him
worked
Hendo.
wonders. He
Hendo.
worked wonders with Jordan Henderson.
And you know one thing about Klopp, right? If you
Hendo.
think you block the center of the field,
You go up
they
to the
now
wing.
attack you through the wings
Yeah.
because their two fullbacks can create. That's in Trent and Robertson. In fact,
Yeah.
the two fullbacks will start crossing to each other. They'll cross
Amy,
themselves. They'll cross.
hold on. Did you see that
Oh
new wing
my
back?
days!
Did you see that their new wing back? Chai! That guy is
Oh,
bad.
don't. Oh, no.
Who's
Blue
their new winger?
Blue eye stop.
Wingback.
Blue eye stop, man.
Tasaki, what's his name?
Samakis.
Samakis. Chai!
Oh no, he's not that good. He's not that good.
man.
No.
Oh,
He's not
give that guy
good.
some time.
Guys, hold on.
Give that boy
Okay.
some time.
Relax.
He's hot and
Relax.
cold. He's hot and
No.
cold.
That guy.
Relax,
That
guys.
guy-
He's a backup dancer. He's a
Guys,
backup
wait.
dancer.
Relax.
He's a backup dancer.
So, guys,
your
it's
weekend,
time.
man.
It's
Your
time.
weekend.
He's a backup dancer. Come on now.
AK does your
Time.
weekend, man.
Guys,
Your weekend.
That guy-
like I said on the news, the last time, we're gonna be doing a throwback pictures. So we have a throwback today.
Let's see this.
He's a popular guy. So you'll have to get before I pull it out.
What team did he play for?
I said throwback for Chelsea player. It's a throwback pictures.
What part of the world is this person from? Africa. Give us the continent, not the country.
Okay, he's an African.
He's an African and he played for Chelsea.
Yes, yeah.
John Obi Nchekube Mikel.
No, we've talked about Mikel already.
Okay.
Essien.
Wait, don't bring it up yet. Let me guess.
That
I
Oh,
don't think-
George Obongwe.
I don't
George
think.
Obongwe.
Samuel Eto'o.
No, I don't
No.
think it's
Emmanuel
Drogba.
Babayaro. Emmanuel
I-
Babayaro.
I don't think.
Emmanuel Babayaro. That's what they call his name now.
No,
My
no.
name is
I
Emmanuel
don't think
Babayaro.
it's Drogba. Who could it be?
Oh, Jeremy.
Oh no, I know who it is.
Jeremy
I
Jita.
know who it is.
Jeremy Njita.
Let me bring
I
it
know
out.
who it is. Solomon
Drogba.
Kalou.
No,
Solomon
Oh,
Kalou.
Kalu?
only one person get it. Only one
Solomon
person gets
Kalou.
it out of you guys.
Who?
Jeremy. Oh,
Oh, it's Drogba.
Yeah.
I said I didn't think it was Drogba. Drogba's too obvious.
Yeah, Drogba is too obvious.
Drogba-
I thought you were going to
Drogba
bring.
is-
I thought you were going to bring
Drogba is-
somebody else.
Someone low key, man. I thought you were gonna
Yeah,
do a
someone
low
low
key, man.
key. Essien.
So,
Hey, NK Dons,
Blue
hold on,
Eyes,
hold
give
on.
me okay.
Yeah, sure. I just want to ask NK Dons. NK Dons, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm here.
Yo, talk to me about. Sorry, give me like a 1 minute Cole's note on Mohamed Salisu, man. That boy can play ball.
Oh, the centre back.
That boy can play ball. We need him, man.
Wow.
That guy can
That's
play
it.
ball. That boy can
Mohamed
play ball.
Salisu.
Aye.
Who's this guy? Where does he play?
Southampton.
Southampton.
Does he play for Southampton?
He's a
Southampton
defender
centre
for
back.
Southampton, man.
Mhm.
Man,
Oh,
that kid.
Hey.
That boy.
That
Hey, let
boy.
the-
I watch the guy today.
That guy can
Is it not?
replace
Is it not him?
Senegal.
They bought him to replace Vestergaard, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because they
that's
sold
why. No
Vestergaard to
wonder.
Leicester.
No
Yeah,
wonder.
they sold Vestergaard to
Okay.
Leicester. So they bought that boy.
Okay.
That boy is good though. Huh.
Woo!
That boy
Oh,
is
NK
man,
Dons,
that
you
guy
don't know
winning
anything
balls
about him?
today.
He plays
So
for
what
Ghana,
do you
right?
say? Yeah,
He
he
plays
plays for
for
Ghana. Yeah, he plays for Ghana.
So-
He
Yeah.
plays for Ghana.
Yeah, he's a Ghanaian. Yeah.
Wait,
That's
I'm
what
lying.
I'm
That
asking
boy, that boy plays for Ghana.
He's a Ghanaian now.
Yeah.
Ghana has a good team. Oh.
Very
No,
good
don't do
team.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hudson
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Odoi comes back. Oh man, they got a good team.
Hey, we need to get Lamptey. We need to get Tariq Lamptey into the
That's
Ghana
true.
squad,
That's
man.
another
That's the
one,
next.
yeah.
That's the next step.
Another target too. That's
No.
another.
If they get-
Tariq Lamptey's from Ghana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Come on, that last
yeah.
name.
oh,
Come on.
come on, man.
That
Come
last
on,
name
man.
is
No,
is not.
that last name is a football family, man.
Yeah,
So let me come.
Odete Lamte. Odete
Odate
Lamte.
Lamte.
Yeah.
Oh, Abdullah, wait for this Drogba G. Swear, see, just when they pick Drogba. Don't talk about Drogba tire now. Wait.
Talk.
Wait.
Odete
So,
Lamte.
ah,
Continue.
Emmy said, Emmy
oh,
said,
see the player who just called. Look,
wait,
Odate
Abdullah,
Lamte.
Picture.
Emmy just told Abdullah to moderate in peace.
This, oh, you guys
Yeah,
don't understand. That me Odate Lamte guy was
yeah.
so good.
It was crucial.
He was
Crucial
just
to African
indecisive.
football.
But
Just indecisive.
Ghana
Just
have a good
indecisive.
squad. Although coming in, this Roma player too, Afeno Gyan, that plays for Roma too, is a
Oh,
Ghana
there's
player.
another guy called Baba. One guy called Baba.
Yeah.
Something
They have a
Baba.
And
good
Kedon, you guys are having a phenomenal squad for the
and
Nations
Thomas
Cup.
Partey
Hey,
as
don't
Very
do
captain.
good
that.
squad.
Don't do that. Hey,
Oh,
I'm
don't forget
serious.
Thomas
Don't worry.
Partey.
Don't worry, man.
Thomas Partey.
Thomas Partey as
I'm
captain.
serious,
Wow.
NK.
We'll
You have to
we'll
go
keep him
far.
cool.
You have to go far in this Nations Cup. You have to go far.
We'll keep quiet, man. We'll keep quiet. We're just minding our business. That's all. We're
Of course,
minding our
you're minding
business.
your business.
You better mind your business. It's good.
Oh, Ghana has a good squad, though.
Ghana,
Now,
they have a
they
very
have
good phenomenal
they have
squad.
at least 5-6 players that can actually make the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
If they
want
can
Mohamed
bring,
Salisu to replace
Ghana
Rudiger.
have Thomas Partey, right?
yeah, they have.
Yeah,
If
that's
that,
Thomas Partey.
if they
They
can
have
get
Thomas
Tariq,
Partey,
you can get Tariq Lamptey. Oh,
Lamptey, and I think
now
Odoi will switch his nationality by March next year.
wait, no. It's too far. Let me just tell you.
And
The
that's what
way
I'm
the
telling you,
English,
Abdullahi. It's too far. I
no,
told you.
it's too far.
He's
The
got to
He
do
English
his
can't.
media,
He
homework.
can't.
wait, Abdullahi, the English media is putting too much pressure on him now.
That's right.
Exactly.
He has to make a decision
He has
before
to
Christmas.
shit or get off the pot. Shit or get off the pot.
Yes. See,
Yeah.
let me tell you
Shit or
what
get
is
off the
happening
pot,
now,
man. It's
Abdullahi.
true.
The pressure is too much on
I
that
told you,
boy,
Abdullahi, he's got to do it now.
that's why he is saying no to them. Because guess what? He has already talked to the president of Ghana and told him that, see, I want to play for Black Stars because I'm not feeling this England. And guess what? Now this is slap on this guy, Southgate. You know why? Because Southgate does not value Odoi. And Odoi Sabi. You know, say Odoi, in parents, he still lives with his parents. His parents are very close to him. His brother is actually his agent.
Yeah.
You think they talk this thing? Yes, now. It's not as if he's living with one Oyibo girl somewhere. No. He is very rooted in his roots. As in, that boy still the chop kinke for house.
It's true.
But
He's not lying. He's not lying.
It's that time Odoi needs to make that decision before it gets too late.
No, that's what I'm
No,
saying.
you have
That's
to
why
do
I'm
it
saying
now.
that.
You have to do it
That's
now.
what I'm saying.
Immediately.
You not go reach March.
March
It's
is too
something
far.
that
Yeah.
No.
See,
I feel
I can
like
bet you-
I feel like Abdullahi is saying that the process of him moving, so him
Yeah, the process
doing
of
it
him.
now and then
they've already started. No, they've already started the paperwork.
okay.
What they are
Okay.
waiting for is just confirmation from FIFA, and then he will now make the
Okay,
pronouncement.
so when will the confirmation come?
I don't know. FIFA's process
You don't know.
takes a while, you know.
It takes
But
even
I
Ademola
can
Lukman to have moved.
Yeah,
he's switched to Nigeria.
He's just Nigeria, but
But
we are waiting on favor to make
No,
confirmation.
but if you when you make these allegiances, you got to put in the games you want to play in, and the FIFA is not stupid. If they see AFCON coming up, they will approve your thing now. If there's nothing that's holding you back.
But that's what I'm talking about, the Ghana FA doing the African team not actually being fast enough.
Exactly.
English FA, let me just say, the English FA is putting huge pressure on this guy. The pressure is too much.
Yeah.
The pressure is too much. And I know, say, the guy, you know what I like about Hudson Odoi is he's calm under pressure. Like, the way he dealt with that Chelsea
The contract issue, man.
Contract issue.
Yeah, you know the contract issue, man.
I applauded him because as an 18-year-old, I know what I do at 18. I don't think say I fit day, my name day all over. If I open newspaper, my name. If I open this one, my name. You understand? It was just too much. Now what they're trying to do is they're actually trying to push him to go and play for England. But guess what? The guy is telling them no. And do you know why they've not brought out his name? Because they are scared that he will say no to them. And that is going to tarnish. Do you understand? And guess what? He has also talked to Tuchel. Him don't talk to Tuchel. That's why Tuchel talked today during the press. I say, man, him don't come on hand for the matter. He's
Yeah,
not
Future said
interested.
it.
Yeah.
He's not part of the process. He's not part of anything. That he can play anywhere he wants to play. As soon as Future just made that listen, I just say, things they happen for background. There is
No,
something that
you
should
make. I
happen.
think you've made a very crucial statement here, and I didn't think about that. This whole thing about England no go one publish his name because it's egg on their faces.
No, he's not going to play for them.
Yeah, that's true.
He's already told them that
They
he's not going
stand
to
the
play for
risk
them.
of not. They stand the risk of being disgraced in public.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's not just because of
Good point.
Odoi. It's for future
players.
African
Yeah,
players
that's true.
coming through. The impact is going to be
So, but
bloody
then if that's the case, Odoi should just flip. Let him switch now.
Yeah, flip, man.
No,
flip.
but he can't say until I think there's something that needs to go through FIFA. He needs to get that document first. Remember he has played for under 20, under
England.
17
Under-
for England, right?
Under
So
21.
it's not like, and guess what? He has even played for the senior team.
Senior team, yeah.
Just that based on new FIFA rules, because he's not played up to 5 caps yet. He's played 3 caps.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
all this thing is long story. Matty Cash, how come Matty Cash was so smooth? How come Matty
Because
Cash?
I don't think he played for I don't think he played for.
He didn't play under 21 for England.
I don't think he played.
so.
I know he
he
didn't
ever-
play senior.
He
I
ever
know he didn't play
represented
senior.
England. Yeah.
Yeah, but how old is Matty Cash?
It
He's
says
like-
nothing. It
Let me
says nothing
look it
about
up.
his national career. It says nothing about his international career.
Okay,
Correct.
Yeah, I don't think.
But
Yeah,
Hudson Odoi has already played for the England
that's
senior
true.
team.
That's true.
Yeah.
So there's a process. I think he's waiting for that confirmation.
Mhm.
As soon as that confirmation happens, he's prepared
Matty
for
Cash
that.
is 24.
and guess what? Exactly. The problem now is once that paper come out, Hudson Odoi will break the internet, and he'll be the first person to actually push England to like, Omo, you guys cannot just dictate to me. I see what you guys are doing to my brothers, like Saka, because the guy is looking at it and saying, Omo, I could miss a penalty tomorrow. Would these guys be at my back though?
Yeah.
If they did all that in Euro final, imagine what they'll do to you in World Cup final.
Ah,
They'll pretty much
Oh,
go
what?
my father's house.
back home,
Yeah,
if you
so-
miss
Thank God,
penalty,
thank God I
come
don't
home,
live,
they will do
in England.
traditional dance
I
for
told
you.
them, thank God I don't live in UK. Now, voila.
I remember Hudson Odoi is a London boy. Like he's not
Yeah.
from Leeds or
Yeah,
Leicester
yeah.
or whatever.
Where you can go and hide. Yeah.
No, he's a London boy, and he grew up in West London. So
Yeah.
in that part of that town,
They know him.
It's
Yeah.
a privilege. Exactly, they know him. So people even know his high school, his secondary school, everything. So say Trevor Chalobah now. Now, guess what? This thing came out. They went to call Mings. They called Maguire. They didn't call Trevor Chalobah. If I was Trevor Chalobah, I would
Sierra
go
Leone one
and play
time.
for Sierra Leone. Yes, I'll go and play for Sierra Leone. Yeah, what are you waiting for? Play for Sierra Leone. Because guess what? Even if they cap you in England, there's no guarantee.
They'll just
There's
waste
no
your
guarantee.
time.
But
Yes,
no,
there's
think
guarantee.
about it though.
Guys,
If
Emily,
Trevor
before you
Chalobah,
before you
Trevor
came in, I said
Chalobah,
the
if he
same thing
goes
to
if he
I said
goes
the
to
same
play
thing.
for Sierra
Marvelous.
Leone,
I said the same thing to Blue. I said it will be good to win a trophy for national team in Africa than in England because England you have no future.
England does not
Exactly.
win. They don't
They don't
win.
win.
DOD,
No,
degree
what I'm
of
saying
difficulty is Africa.
what I'm saying
Yeah.
it's one thing to have ancestry and roots in an African nation that has football heritage like Nigeria, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, Morocco,
In Algeria.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Algeria,
Marvelous.
Egypt.
You mean like in a continent that has football written all over it? Not a
Yeah,
country.
no, of
a
course,
whole
a
continent.
continent. But then
Yeah.
in Trevor Chalobah's case,
Mhm.
if he goes to play for Sierra Leone,
Yeah.
come on now, like he'll
Oh,
be
no,
putting
respect-
that
no,
whole
no.
country
Why
will be
not?
on his
No,
head.
Why?
Why not?
Aubameyang plays for Gabon. Aubameyang plays
Yeah.
for Gabon.
No,
Don't do
Aubameyang
that.
plays for
Ah,
Gabon.
Don't do that.
Aubameyang too. Aubameyang too. Who else does he have
Oh,
to
don't
play
do
with
that.
on
No,
his
they
level?
have no.
They have
Aubameyang
Mario
in
Lemina.
Gabon. You need to watch the Nations Cup. Oh, marvelous.
Who does
Marvelous.
Sierra
That's
Leone
Gabon
have?
what is in January.
Gabon
wait.
has some foreign players too.
League One boys, man.
They're playing
Who
French
who
league.
does
Trying the
Sierra
French
Leone
league.
have? I
Don't
know
do that.
They
about
do have
Gabon.
players.
Hey, man.
They do
listen,
have
eh,
players.
Marvelous. Marvelous.
Your
Sometimes.
nation's
sometimes,
pride
eh.
should be more than that.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes,
now.
man. For these kids,
Yeah, because guess what? The England that you want to go and play for, they will
Yeah.
never choose you for an international
No.
tournament.
No.
Never. No
Exactly.
matter how good you are, you will never get picked. See, let me tell you something. Let me bust your head, Marvelous. Do you know that?
Boss it.
No. Do you know that this guy? What's his name? Right. Sharon Phillips' father. What's his name?
Ian Wright.
Ian Wright.
Yeah.
Ian Wright. Yeah. Ian Wright was the highest goal scorer in the 1995-96. In fact, I think Arsenal won the league that year.
Exactly, and he still
But
didn't make. He didn't make that.
Do you know that he did not go for Euro '96?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know who they took? They took Shearer.
Yeah.
They took Shearer.
And Shearer was at the twilight of his career, almost.
Yeah, Shearer was 34.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Shearer was 34. I'll be 35 in that tournament. Imagine. Okay, let me bust your head again. The same Ian Wright.
One more time.
The same Ian Wright, right? Yeah. 97, 98.
One more time.
This guy's first season, Arsene Wenger, right?
Yeah.
He was the highest goal scorer again. They didn't take him to France 98. Do you know who they took? A 15-year-old Michael Owen, though.
Yeah.
Facts. All facts.
Yeah.
Ian Wright never represented England in an international tournament. He played all the qualifiers, but he never went to as good as Ian Wright. See, I don't see any of these Dudu guys now as good as Ian Wright. No, Ian Wright was a baller. He was world class. He was world class.
Yeah.
He was world class in his generation. So if that guy couldn't make the English team, who you be?
That's a total different, because now, anyways, let me not say what
because
I want.
You know the funny part.
No.
You know the funny part. If
you
look at those black players now, and look at them and Allah. I said the same thing to Sam, and Sam was like, Abraham is making the biggest mistake of his entire life.
Abraham's own is that he doesn't know anything different, right? Because guess what? Abraham knows he can't get into. Have you seen the Nigerian striking?
Yes, I see.
He can't start. He can't play.
No.
Why are you laughing?
No. This guy. What's the name of our NFL boss? What's his name?
Amaju Pinnick.
Amaju Pinnick and Tammy Abraham's dad are like 5 and 6.
I know they are both Deltans. Yes.
Wait.
Yes,
you see,
come from the same
apart
place.
from Victor Osimhen,
I didn't even know that.
Like I said, I was angry. I was angry.
Every time Pinnick goes to London, Tammy
they play to the state, right?
Wait. See, apart from Odion Igalo coming back to the national, I said
that guy sucks as a GM. If
Tammy comes to Nigeria, he will get a chance. Why? Because I still don't think Geneto for me is a carpenter, it's not a manager for me.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fuck.
He is a carpenter. He's not a manager for me. A manager will play. He has a tools that needs to work. He will make that tools work regardless of the situation you have. It's not he's a carpenter for me. It's not the manager.
I want to call somebody I didn't want to talk about on a Friday evening.
He said a carpenter, not a manager.
He's a carpenter, not a manager. I'm being serious now.
No, we have good players. Nigeria has
very good players.
There's so many players.
Class A induction manager.
We have this guy. Imagine Eberichi Eze. Wait, now let me call this front four for you. Eberichi Eze as number 10. On the left, you have Lukman. At the point 9, you have Osimhen. On the right, you have Chukwueze. Now that front four go chop any team for this world. Any team.
They can run at you, flare, dynamic. They can Lord.
See, they will dribble here. So what we have is
and there's this CSK Moscow guy that played last international. What's his name? He played for CSK. Ejike.
Yeah,
very
good. Very good. Yeah, very good too. He's a good off the bench kind of player.
Off the bench player, yes.
You're right.
So Nigeria has implemented now, but we don't have a manager.
Why are we still calling people like Igalo?
I don't know.
When we have boys with their body, they hot.
I know.
Boys who want CNN, net.
Rashidi Yekini vibes.
My guy.
Rashidi Yekini vibes.
You know what pisses me off a lot is because what pisses me off about this thing is
that nobody would like to play against. Those
The
four boys that just
net,
called.
man, no be small thing, man.
That's why I said, see,
They'll tear
that's why I
it.
said I am angry. Why I'm angry is because Nigeria, the Amaju Pinnick himself, calling himself NFL president, I'm suspecting him.
No,
Because
the
for me,
guy, no, there is a racket now. Abdullah, let me tell you what's happening. So, guess what? Have you noticed that many Nigerian players now are
Exactly.
moving clubs anyhow? See
Mhm.
this guy, Onoachu, he came from the
Yeah.
from nowhere.
Club
Gang,
He's now in
gang,
agent,
Genk. He's
gang.
now in, yeah. Guess what? This guy is getting a cut. Raw. Raw is getting a cut because he has contacts. Raw, let me tell you, Raw is very connected in Europe. Remember that this German team that you started watching from 2010, right? This Raw was part of the people that implemented that operation. Find the players. That's when after they lost the 2002 World Cup, right? He was one of the people that implemented that. Most of these German players, most of their coaches, most of the young coaches, then most of those guys have actually started getting good big jobs in all parts of Europe, right? Guess what? The guy has their contacts. He sells Nigerian players to these guys and gets a percentage. Do you know they've not paid Granit Raw for like
yes,
5 months?
I
They
know.
never
So
pay him.
he's
Oh, guess
he's
what?
surviving on commission.
Oh, of course, because that's a lot of money.
Oh,
We're
I'm
talking
bet
of,
money.
we're
Yeah,
talking of millions of dollars.
yeah,
We're
man.
talking of
Oh,
millions
I'm
of
bet.
dollars.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
I like
Have you
that.
not noticed? Wait, have you not noticed that? See this guy, a table. A
Yeah,
table just moved clubs to Stoke, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
from Stoke to Watford.
From Stoke to
Yeah,
Watford.
yeah.
All those
No,
movements.
but you know
Guess
what?
who is
That's
the coach for
good.
Watford?
That's good for us. So that's good because at the end,
No,
Nigeria as a nation
no. But
is getting teams. Sorry.
that is the reason why the guy is still in the job.
Oh, okay.
Because
Emmy,
Pinnick
his
is also
contract is
getting
gonna due
That makes
in
sense.
June.
Yeah,
Are
Pinnick
they gonna
is
renew his
also
contract or not?
that makes
no.
sense.
They renewed it now. I think he's there to the World Cup though.
Are you seriously
That makes
speaking?
sense.
He's going to the World Cup. I think it's after the World Cup because guess what? There's also a clause that actually, if they terminate his contract, there's a big amount they have to pay him cash. Cash. The Ministry of Sports does not have that kind of money. I
Listen,
think
let me
it's more
tell you
like
right now. Let me tell you right now. If we make the right recruitment, we have a good enough team that that can run on autopilot. The only thing is, if we it's just
they don't,
getting the recruit the right players.
they don't
I'm
have the
telling you
leadership. They don't have
that
the
we have.
leadership on the
Sorry,
field.
sorry.
They don't have the leadership on the field to help direct them on
Yeah,
how to move.
yeah. Well, that's very good point. I'm hoping indeed he can grow into that responsibility, but it doesn't look
Did-
like he doesn't talk.
No, he talks actually. He does.
Okay, okay.
He's a director. His
Wait, Emmy,
contract.
are you working? What are you doing? It looks like I'm working.
I'm running actually.
Nice. Correct.
It's in the night. Why are you running in the night?
It's the best time to run, man.
The best time you don't sweat too much.
Hey, Lord in heaven, help us. Yeah, instead of using us a certain money, I doing it in the night. I'm suspecting you.
Correct, man. Correct.
I'm suspecting this guy. You.
See, Emmy, wow, you see, Emmy is challenging everybody. No, be just to the talk soccer. You have to run it too. I'll be like, you have to run. No?
I think I'll think about it. I
Me,
will
when I
think.
run, I like to hold chicken and beer. Is that still possible?
No. When you go, you have to have get together in your hand, like something
No,
like an energy drink.
no, I want chicken in the
No,
left and
that's
beer in
not
the
good.
right.
That's not good. That's not good.
No,
That's
come
not
on,
good. You have to
come
have
on,
like
man.
get together energy drink in your hand. It's like they're gonna dehydrate you when you make you feel okay. So my throwback. I have a story to talk about Dubai and Islam. Let me come to Blaz on this first.
Sure.
Before he was known, before everybody started knowing him as Drogba, your
Yeah.
first impression about him, like when he was in Marcel, when he first signed for Chelsea, because I remember when he first signed, he
Yeah.
was hearing boogie boogie. Is it boogie boogie or boogie boogie? What was
Yeah.
it called? So give me your take on him.
Well, I like how you put that question. I never thought about it that way, but now that you asked, I just had to trace my steps backward. Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm a typical like I won't say crazy, but just typical, yeah, maybe typical crazy Chelsea fan to the point where if we get a new player, it takes me at least 8 months before I buy into your hype. Minimum. I don't care who you are. I remember I hated Hazard. I couldn't stand Hazard. The only person who actually went that I'm like, okay, this guy maybe might be good, and never ended up being good was Oscar. When I saw Oscar the first time, especially in the Olympics, I'm like, wow.
Oh
I'm
no.
like, this guy is again, and that I think it was 2012, London, right? London 2012.
Yeah.
I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Olympic
Olympics.
country. Yeah,
Yeah, it
it
was
was
Yeah,
London.
2012. It was London
2012.
2012. Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
London
you're right.
2012.
You're
Yeah.
right. They
Okay,
lost. They
good.
lost to. They lost to Mexico in the final.
Yeah, exactly. That game, man, this boy was scintillating. But yeah, that was the same way I looked at Drogba. I'm like, yo, you think this is any club in Europe that you're just gonna come and be our number one?
For Marcel
From
to
Marcel, like,
Chelsea.
yo, it took me a while, and then he had a very dry patch. He had
Yeah.
moments where he
I
had a
think he
dry
has
patch.
2 or 3 years of what's called of issues for
Yeah.
getting himself together.
So yeah, it took me a while, man. But what really jumped out at me is this guy is a rock star. Didier Drogba is a rock star, and when I mean rock star, Didier Drogba likes the big moments.
Yeah.
And when I mean big moments, Didier Drogba loves big goals. That's why when we talk about
Those are your dreams for Lukaku.
yes, my brother, I don't need 30 goals from Lukaku. Give me 15 big goals. We're going to win this season from
I
Lukaku.
think the 2009-2010 was when the West got 20 some, was it 29 goals or 27 goals?
Yeah, exactly. But you see those goals when you score 29 or whatever, they were like what they call it, cherry on the cake. It wasn't really like, but yeah, man, he's legend. And let's not talk about what he did for African football. That's a different stream on its own. If you want to talk about how he,
I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
The guy stopped the civil war.
Enough said, bro. And then that hospital. Do you know how many other footballers got inspired to do the same thing after he put together that project? That hospital almost second to none out there in Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah. And this year can't the thought of all year. This year.
You see? What happened this year?
This year is an unforgettable moment.
Eh?
Unforgettable moment that year.
What happened?
This year when he won the Champions League.
Oh yes, exactly. 2012. Yes.
You're talking about 2012. You thought you were talking about.
I thought you were talking about this year.
COVID.
I'm not talking about this.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the 2012.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah, exactly. Again, big moments. I remember I was drinking. I was already and waiting I drink that day just to try to drown my sorrows
Man,
because
the
I thought we were
type
going to lose.
Type of tears I go.
Chai, man. I already got up.
See, I remember.
Chai. And when I was leaving,
I don't know if
when I
it's
was leaving the restaurant, they said corner kick. I look back. Something just say, watch this thing again. But something just say, sit down, watch this thing again. Man, when I look that header, bros.
I don't know if it's because it was our first ever Champions League. I still remember the whole day. That whole day, like watching the game, every
2008,
emotion.
2008 was the craziest though.
It was the craziest. He
That
got
was
a
the
red
craziest.
card. He got a red
2018.
card.
Yeah.
And we lost the penalty.
2018, I remember also, but I remember on a sour note. But this
2008?
2012, 2008,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
The type of tears I would have cried this
Oh yeah,
2012
man, that was emotional.
to lose it again. Oh Lord.
That was my first football heartbreak, man. That was my first
Which
I
one?
would
football
have-
heartbreak.
2012?
20 yeah.
Oh,
the type of
2008,
tears-
2008, man.
Yeah,
The type of
2008.
tears, the type of tears I would have cried
Yeah.
this 2012 would have been more than the tears I cried 2009. No.
No, but yeah, exactly.
Oh Lord. Because I would have said, man, we survived the onslaught just for them to
Exactly.
score in the 83rd
Can you
minute.
imagine? So
And
yeah,
you know
Abdullah,
that whole game,
Yeah.
we never really had any clear opportunities.
Yeah.
I think we only
Yeah.
had one shot on target, and that shot was from an obscure angle by
That was
Solomon
Kalou.
Yeah,
Blue, yeah.
Yeah, let me
and that
finish
shot,
up.
that
here,
shot
yeah.
didn't look like it was doing anything.
So
So just to
I'll-
finish up, Abdullah, and let me finish up
Okay,
with your
finish up.
question. Yeah, with
Mhm.
Didier. That's just for his grass to grace progression at Chelsea, just for defining all the big moments in his time at Chelsea, just for taking African football and putting it on the map in a different kind of special way, just for the power of what he did, mostly off the court, I say off the court like basketball, mostly off the pitch. In all, man, I have to say, if there was one Ballon d'Or to give to one African player, interesting of
He has
all
to.
time,
He has to be Drogba.
he has to be top. He has to be in the top 5 of that. I don't think it will be come down to Drogba, but I think he's going to be top 3. That's it. That's all I have to say. Sorry, go ahead.
So, Anke, your best moment and the worst moment for Didier Drogba. Some
My
of
best
it.
my best moment for Drogba was oh, I'm hearing a lot of feedback.
Yeah, who is that? Somebody's outside, eh?
I don't think it's for me. Is it for me or from Marvel? I think it's for Marvel.
Abdullah, mute.
Is it me? It's not me. Is it me?
Mute and
Mute,
see.
mute. Let's see. Yeah, it's you.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
Yeah,
it's not why it's you, it's you, it's you.
Ah, come on,
Any-
I get digital.
Yeah.
Digital.
let me go with Drogba. Drogba's best moment is crystal clear. 2012 is crystal clear. I mean, that's the pinnacle. And his
Yeah.
worst was 08, man. His worst was 08, man. That's
Mhm.
all.
That was
Mhm.
terrible.
That's
Exactly.
I
it. Two
feel like
Champions League
I
finals,
feel
man.
like he would
Yeah.
have. I feel like something tells me he would have taken a penalty and not Terry.
Yeah. Was it mental or was it just he was not informed? What do you guys think? That 2008.
No, 2008. He slapped Vidic. He
Oh
got himself
yes.
sent
Yeah,
off.
he got
Yes.
sent off. Yeah.
Who knows what
Yeah.
would have happened had he stayed on?
No,
He's
I
a
like
big,
no. You know what? I
he's a
love the
big
fact that he
moments
slapped
guy.
Vidic, man. I like the fact that he slapped Vidic, man.
You know,
Vidic.
Vidic was someone that everyone was afraid of.
Yeah.
Drogba just slapped him like.
Down the guy, man. Go ahead, Anke. Go ahead.
Drogba said, "Come on, Metiano."
Exactly. Shut up.
Okay, MK, then let me put it this way. Between Drogba and Lampard, who do you most kind of call? Can you see? You can come out and say boldness. He is your legend of the game. You want to protect us.
Nah, you can't know. You can't make me choose between those two.
You have to
That's
choose.
come on.
You have to.
I
You
can't
have
do
to.
it.
choose. No, no.
Between Drogba and
No.
Tro-
Let me be honest.
Yeah, between Drogba and Lampard,
Between
who do you
Lampard
see?
and Drogba in a Chelsea context,
It has to be.
I love Lampard more.
Yeah, it has to be
I've
Lampard.
always said this. I've said it for years.
Fuck that.
I
man.
remember.
Drogba, man.
I said it. I remember. I said it
He's
3
a
years
fuck
ago.
that.
Fuck
I
that,
said it
man.
3 years ago,
Drogba,
and
man.
Abdullah, HH, all of them laughed at me. Daniel,
man.
but a lot of
Nah,
Chelsea fans share that sentiment. A lot
Nah,
of them
man. Nah.
hold Lampard more dear to their heart.
Yo, Lampard was stealing Mikel Obi's. He didn't steal Mikel, but he ate Mikel Obi's lunch. I tell you right now, man. Part of
Mikel
Mikel
and
Obi's
Mikel
lunch.
and
so
Essien, Mikel
let
and
NK
Essien did a
Yeah.
lot of hard work for
let
him.
NK
Yes.
give us your take on them. Didier Drogba.
Yeah, but I love Drogba. Drogba's that guy. First proper superhero actually as a footballer.
Yeah.
But as great as he was, his goal scoring record for Chelsea, it's
Suspect. Suspect.
it's suspect. But he turned up in the biggest moments. So for me as a Chelsea fan, the way I love him, I'm okay. Other fans, they can say what they want. I'm cool, man. Drogba's my guy.
They said Drogba
Legend.
is a moment's merchant.
Yo, it's
Legend.
true. Who said
Legend.
that? It's amazing. It's true.
I'd much
Legend,
rather
man.
have a moment's merchant though.
Hey, now you're following.
Somebody that goes missing in the
You're
biggest.
following, my brother. Thank you. At least with the moments measured, you can measure them. Go ahead.
NK does continue because if you look at Drogba's goal, those goals he scored are world class goals, not even tappings. Those are world class goals.
They're
You can't
world
believe it.
class. That's true, man.
I'm being
Yeah,
serious.
Oh no, I
It's-
love Drogba, but
And Drogba had really good dribbling though.
Amazing.
man, he's just great, man.
I like how Abdullah is so quick to do this for Drogba, but he will never do this for like Matt Letizia.
Why
If I
do
get
you keep on
Letizia
bringing
again,
his name? Yeah, stop bringing up his
I
name.
hear
man.
Letizia again, man.
Have you guys ever seen Letitia's
So,
compilation?
I have.
This
This
guy
guy,
is so funny.
Letitia's got some
apart from
crazy
28,
goals.
NK does, which Drogba moment brings the more joy to you? Apart from
Well,
2008.
What
2009,
the?
best Drogba's moment, apart from
No, no. I said
20.
no, no, no. I said 2012 was his biggest moment, but his
Yeah, biggest moment was 2012. But I think when he came back under, was he under OC when he came back? Was he under OC when he
yeah,
came back?
Yeah,
yeah,
Jose.
yeah.
That's a big moment too because he has to come back as a very young, as an old players after kind of going past
Mm.
to so many clubs and come back and win the Premier League again. That I think how many goals did he score that year?
Five,
Uh,
six,
Was it 5 or 6?
six. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember
He
he
scored
scored
a
against
hat
United.
trick.
He scored
He
against
scored a hat
United.
trick that year that he came
Yeah,
back.
he scored
If
an
I'm not
he scored
mistaken.
against United. I know that one very. That's for sure. He
He scored
scored
against Newcastle.
Newcastle, yes.
Scored against Tottenham.
Tottenham
Don't
Hotspur,
mind
yes.
Jose. Don't mind Jose. Jose brought Drogba back to cover his bullshit.
Man, Jose Mourinho. Look. The way as time. No, no, no. Let me be honest. Jose
Nonsense.
Mourinho.
That was a PR move.
oh,
I
don't do
love,
that.
I
Don't
That
do
love
was
that.
a
Don't.
PR
Mourinho.
move
I
for
don't.
Jose. Yes.
Let me be honest. I love Mourinho, but let me be honest. As time goes on, it's starting to look more and more as if he has lost it as a manager.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
He's becoming more as of a brand than a manager.
Mm.
Like Mourinho's coaching and his management skills,
Mm-hmm.
he hasn't really. What is he doing?
But let
I
me
don't.
tell you something. Mourinho has always been a brand. I like how you brought up that
Yeah,
statement.
but back then he was a brand and a hell of a coach,
No, a
a hell
brand,
of a
a
manager.
brand that was winning. So it looked like he was a hell of a manager.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do
Mourinho
His
that.
then.
his
Oh.
in the last 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
since the turn of the last decade,
Yeah.
Mourinho's coaching, aside from what he did at Real Madrid that one season when they
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
destroyed La Liga,
Yeah.
and what he did for Chelsea the season we finished third, which he overachieved, and then subsequently when we won the Premier League.
Mm.
Aside from that, he's been shocking, man. And
Yeah.
this is
Nah, nah,
coming
nah.
from someone who loves
Don't blame
Mourinho.
Tottenham. Don't blame Tottenham on him. Don't blame Tottenham on him. Don't blame
No, no, no.
Tottenham on him.
United. I feel like okay. In if you look at it through the lens of United and how they've performed in the decade,
Mm.
he overachieved. But if you take off those United lenses and you look at it from the perspective of just football in general, he underachieved.
Mm.
In the context of United and their managers and how the past decade has been for them, him finishing second and him winning the Europa League. And what other trophy did he win? The League Cup?
Yeah, yeah, League Cup.
Okay, if in the context of United and their coaches in the last 10 years for them, he overachieved. But if you look at it as a football lover, he underachieved,
What do
man.
you mean by what do you mean as a football lover? What do you mean by that?
Like if you're not a United fan, if you're not the United board, if you're not like a United fan could say, "Oh my God, Mourinho did the best in the last decade for us."
Mourinho
But
is a master schemer.
he was exactly. But in the context of the league, in comparison to other teams, he underachieved. And then
I wouldn't say I wouldn't
He
say
went
that.
to
I wouldn't say that.
Tottenham. He went to Tottenham and then Roma, and it's like, and if you look at it, slowly but surely, his appointments are going downhill. Can you guys hear me?
Maybe he's lost the fear factor
No,
as a
no. Think
manager.
about it. Like
Mm-hmm.
United, Tottenham, Roma. If Roma doesn't work out, where else would he go?
He'll become
Oh
a
no,
pundit.
if
I
Roma doesn't
mean,
work out, I don't know.
didn't Mourinho just catch the 6-6 on the head to some unknown team of
No,
farmers,
Norwegian team,
Norwegian farmers,
but those are
Ole Gunnar Solskjaers. They
Are you
dropped
serious?
six. Yeah, he lost six
that's
one.
6-1
When? Recently?
Like yeah,
in the
like 2 weeks ago
UEFA Conference League.
in the conference league.
The time he
Don't,
played that game?
don't worry, man.
Conference
I
League.
don't know, but even regardless,
So to
Why is Roma losing to amateur footballers?
Why is
Six
Man U
one.
losing to young boys?
No. But come on
Yeah,
now,
yeah, yeah,
young boys.
exactly.
I don't know. Let me even be factual since you brought that up. Young boys would probably destroy that team that beat Mourinho.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but there's a second.
yeah,
He rotated against those guys, and
yeah.
got it wrong.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, I get it.
some of those names that he rotated with, should beat those guys.
Yeah.
So, to round up stuff,
All I'm saying is Mourinho needs to get his act
Blue
together,
Eyes,
man. He needs
NK,
to
and
get his act
Marvelous.
together.
English Premier League matches. Give
Yeah,
me
let's
your
go.
Manchester
Guys,
Derby. Give me your prediction.
I
City, Man
hope
U.
I hope Man U beats City because
Exactly.
we lost to City, and I feel like losing to them, they need 3 losses for us to take that. You see that one loss, we lost 3 points. I feel like for us to make up for it, City have to drop 9 points. So for every 3 points we drop, City have to drop six. Because I'm starting my mathematics early this year.
I
the
hope it doesn't
table
come down to calculator
the
league,
table
man.
I
I
feel
don't
like
want calculator league,
the
man. Nah,
table
nah,
is gonna be tight.
nah, nah,
So
nah, nah.
every opportunity City has to drop points, we have to hope that they drop all three. Because I'm
Wow.
looking at that Mendy when Mendy goes for Nations Cup, things may get spooky. Oh.
We're in trouble.
December, January is always a very spooky
So
time for
calculate
Chelsea.
how many times the ball gets to our goalie, and then you know
So
that we're fine.
no. But look, didn't
We have good defense.
Kepa just let the ball go through his legs
Yeah. The thing is,
in the
When
Carling
Kepa takes
Carabao
over, you
Cup.
just calculate. You average out how many goals you're going to concede, and then you work
But my
from there.
whole thing is, since we dropped 3 points to City,
Yeah.
I feel like they have to lose. They would have to
So what's your
lose.
prediction? What's your prediction?
Man, if Christina can just do.
That game is early on an early game, 12:30, right?
I hate
Yeah.
EPL. I
Yes,
hate
seven
EPL a lot.
thirty. If
Yeah.
Christine tomorrow, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
why would they put a big match like that to like early kickoff? That
No,
doesn't make any
they
sense.
call it
No lie.
the breakfast cracker.
No. I'm not gonna front though. I'm
Breakfast
not gonna
cracker.
front.
That's why I
I'm
love
not gonna
English,
front.
man.
I love
Early morning cracker.
those early morning kickoffs because even though it's early for us, Abdullah, it's on Blue Eyes too. It's midday for them, and like when I was like in high school, I used to always like getting, especially if Chelsea played. I like getting it out of the way. That's 7:30, so I could have the rest of my day to do whatever I wanted. But like whenever they play around like 12, sometimes they play at 2. I'm like, man, I must
I
watch
love
this.
that late kickoff matches.
No, I don't
Those
really
are good
like
vibe.
late kickoff too much.
Maybe because I live in Chicago, that's why.
Yeah, I live in New York, but
Maybe because that's why.
I'm saying like
I
in
don't like
terms of
early
how I
mornings because
plan
of
my day.
I work my shift at work. It doesn't make me want to like
Oh,
early
that's
mornings.
why. That's why.
Mm.
See, that's seven
I work
thirty.
overnight, so when I leave work like 6:30 to 7 o'clock. Before I get
That's
home like
that's
7:45
seven
8 o'clock.
thirty. 7 a.m. kickoff. I could be in bed 7 to 8:30 and pretty much watch that whole game.
I'm be
Then get
sleep.
up and get up and start my day. Like I don't know if you guys get where I'm coming
I
from.
get it. I get what you're saying.
Like I could get up after the game and start my day and say, okay, Chelsea have played. That's out of the way.
Mm.
But if I have Chelsea starting at 12, then from 12 to 2, mm-mm.
The day is done.
No, it's not done, but I have to schedule
So
things around it.
prediction. Um, Blue Eyes, give me a prediction.
If Cristiano can just score and Ole could work some black magic, let's say they win 1-0.
Blue Eyes, a
Yeah.
prediction.
2-0, Man U.
Luke
Thank you,
Shaw.
Dance.
I think
Thank you,
Luke
Dance.
Shaw will score in this
A
game.
prediction.
I'm gonna go 2-0 City. 2-0 City.
Oh
Wow.
no, NK, you
So
are
guys,
a
it is
hater.
official. Xavi Hernandez is the new Barcelona coach. Contract of
Yay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
2024.
Speaking of which, you guys saw
So
they're saying
2024.
Messi
Is
will win
is that 3 years or
Ballon
2 years?
d'Or 3.
Oh, they
2024.
gave it to
They say-
Messi. They
Yeah,
gave it
they
to
give
what?
Messi.
2024.
No, are you guys seeing the leaks? It's looking
Yeah,
like
apparently
Messi.
Messi's won.
Yeah.
Messi has won it.
Oh, are you
Ah,
surprised,
man,
Marvelous?
that's
What did I tell you? What
Yes,
did I
I'm
tell you?
surprised.
Why are you
He ha-
surprised, man?
he
Why are
has
you
such a
surprised?
weak,
Man. That's
a
bullshit.
weak CV, man.
I
They
told
give-
you.
They should
Why
have
did
given it to
Robin? Why
Jorginho,
did
man.
Robin
If it's true,
Lewandowski?
I told you. If it's
They've
true, I
rubbed,
told you.
they've
Is it,
rubbed
for me, that
Lewandowski
is
2
God.
years in a row.
Lewa
Should have
deserve
given it to
Lewa,
Jorginho, man.
Lewa deserve to win it for me, not Messi.
They didn't give it to Jorginho. They should have given it to the rightful owner, which is Lewandowski.
Lewandowski, yeah.
Yeah, but scoring goals in German Premier League is integrated science. That's like home
It
economics.
broke Guardiola record for goodness sake.
The
For
home
goodness
economics
sake.
course, home economics program. My goodness,
So
man.
wait. Apart from the Copa del Rey and the Copa America that Messi won,
Yeah.
what did Messi do last year? Nothing.
Nothing. I
Yes,
we're
nothing.
talking about Champions League winner.
I told you guys, man. Hey, marvelous. Listen, man. If it's true, marvelous. I told you, man. I hate to break it to you. That's how the world works, man. It's a cold world.
It is cold, man.
You have nothing to do. Yeah, it has been announced. It's in back. Barcelona official. Yeah, it's announced already. Xavi is the new manager. Is the new Barcelona manager. It's announced already. 3 years
Xavi,
contract.
Good luck.
2024.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Good
It's
luck.
official. It's official. 2024. Yeah, good luck to Xavi Hernandez. So for me, I think I'm gonna go with I don't want to be harsh on United. I'm gonna go 4-1 Man City.
Oh, Man City. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually think we're gonna lose to United. You know,
We'll see that. We'll see.
Chelsea's going to lose to United?
I have a funny feeling.
Yeah.
That finish should not come right.
Thank you, does. You know when you start having funny feelings, you know that there's people that can check those funny feelings for you. No funny feelings on this lane. No.
I beg, no falling feelings.
I beg. We cannot lose to Man U again.
I beg. The amount of time I banter them, don't let them come on social media and kill me again. I beg. Just funny feeling, just keep it.
Bro, but the past 10 games, I think they have a better record head to head
Yeah, they have a good record ahead of
than
us.
us.
I don't. The last time we scored against them, I think, was 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, Frank Lampard?
It was before that.
For Lampard. They beat us home and
We
away.
didn't score in that game with Lampard.
No,
when Mendy had
they beat us hands down home and away.
Wait, against who?
United.
I don't remember the last time we scored against United. I think it was before Lampard
2 years. That was under Mauricio Sarri.
in the Premier League.
Yes,
under
and
Sarri.
we lost that game, right?
It was under Sarri.
And we lost, right?
We lost, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't beat United. Oh
So it was the last time we beat them was
We drew.
What game was it? And I think it was under Lampard
no,
where Marcos Alonso scored.
no.
Oh,
You guys
was that-
remember?
I
think we
remember.
beat
No,
them in
I
that
remember.
game.
I remember.
That was
No,
a
I
cup
remember.
game, huh?
I remember Rudy got shot.
No, it
I think,
wasn't
and
a
it got
cup
blocked.
game. Rudy
And
got
then-
shot the ball,
and
the
Alonso
Gee-
tapped it
that
in, yeah.
Season, you know that season the Gee was like fumbling.
Yeah.
What
He
season was that?
shot and the Gee maybe like a season. It was under Lampard, if I'm not
Was it
mistaken.
under Lampard?
He shot and the Gee
The
spilled
hair.
it.
The hair.
My bad.
No worries, bro.
The hair spilled it, and Alonso just chipped it over him.
Yeah. It was
Let me look
1-1.
up-
Because
1-1.
but I remember that same game Lukaku, because Lukaku shoved Aspilicueta to the billboard.
Oh yeah, we didn't get a penalty.
So it was that game. I think it was before Lampard. I think
Are
that was
you
before
sure?
Lampard. Because if Lukaku was there, if I remember Lukaku shoving Aspi into the advertising boards, then
We haven't beaten United in a while, man. The last time we beat them was under Conte.
yeah, it was sorry v Ole. It was sorry, bro.
Okay,
So,
but the last time we beat United was under Conte.
Under
We beat them
yeah.
twice in that season. We beat them 1-0 that last season,
That's
and then
because
we beat them in the
Nobody
FA Cup
nobody knew how to play back.
We only beat United in the FA Cup with Lampard.
Lampard.
Oh yeah.
3-1.
Yeah.
No,
FA Cup, right?
FA Cup, yeah, 3-1.
But we haven't beat them in the league in a while.
No.
So this time
You're
around,
right,
we have to
you're
beat
right.
them this year. We have to fucking beat them this year.
As long as we play
When
with
do
Kai
we play
Havertz.
them?
November
28th,
28th of November.
Yeah.
Nobody
As
got
long
that.
as long as it's before Mendy goes to AFCON. Because I already know if they play that well,
No,
man.
they are, no. Mendy is
AFCON.
going to AFCON on December 26th on the Boxing
Okay,
Day.
because if we play them,
No,
any
it's leaving. Every
pull
African
up,
player is leaving
no,
on
no,
Boxing
pull
Day
up our fixtures. Let me see the teams we play during AFCON.
during AFCON.
Because if we, yeah, I could imagine a scenario where if we would have played United.
No, we're playing Liverpool, Tottenham
Hold on,
Hotspur,
Abdullah.
Man
If we would
City.
have played United, Cristiano Ronaldo would have been peppering Kepa with all
So
manner of
those are
shots, man.
January, right? You are talking about January. So January. So January, November. AFCON is January 8th, right?
Yeah, I
8th is
can't wait, man. I'm so
so
excited.
these are the December schedule for me. Hold on. So these are, can you guys see it?
Throughout
Yeah, we can
January,
see
nothing
it.
concern me and Chelsea. I know they watch Chelsea January. The
So
AFCON I did.
these are the December's fixtures. So coming to January, these are January's one. So
Abdullah, wait, hold on now. You
we
just
play
scroll fast.
Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham
There'll be a FA Cup game in there as well.
in Kenya. So January the 2nd, 15, 22.
Man, this is gonna be tricky.
And in
Liverpool
February too.
City
In
and
February
When is the
too.
Tottenham.
finals? When is the finals of AFCON?
Wait.
It's on February. I think February the 10th or 9th.
Enke.
Hmm.
Enke.
Yeah,
Liverpool City and Tottenham back to back.
Yeah.
yeah.
God damn. Why does Barclays do this to us every year?
And Tottenham. See Tottenham right there too.
Yep.
God, not die. Oh boy. Not die.
Yeah,
3 weeks,
Conte at
3 weeks
Tottenham,
of
I didn't
hell.
like, man.
Not die, man. Chai, we need to go
Look,
and find
3 weeks of
goalkeeper.
hell. Look, if we suffer any injuries, because you know how December is congested, people
How
like
many,
Pulisic, we have to wrap them in all manner
how
of
many players
plastic.
are we losing to AFCON, I beg? Just
Just two
mention.
One.
players. Ziyech and Mendy.
Okay,
Ziyech is probably not
just
gonna
one,
go.
so just one player,
Two.
then.
Ziyech is not gonna
Well,
go.
you
Ziyech
say
has
Ziyech
problem with the FA.
with
He has
Yeah,
problem with the
or without Ziyech is still
Yeah,
one player.
but
I don't.
Ziyech,
It doesn't
Ziyech
count.
isn't gonna go.
He doesn't count.
That's Ash. But I
No.
agree.
He doesn't
Oh
count.
no. But
No.
Enke, without Ziyech, we probably draw to Malmo.
Oh,
Put some
Come
here
on,
we
come on.
go.
put
Oh,
some
come on.
respect
Hey,
on his name.
hey,
Oh.
go back
That pass.
Faustino and
That
Joran.
pass.
Go back and Joran.
Wait. Without
That pass.
Ziyech,
That pass.
who
That
scores
pass.
against
That
Villarreal in the
pass.
Super
That
Cup?
pass.
Pass.
That pass. That's what I
man.
have to say, Marvelous. That
That
pass.
pass.
No. Without Ziyech, who scores against
Yeah, but that
That
pass.
scores
pass.
against
So
That
we're
pass.
That
Villarreal?
guys,
pass.
we're
That
only gonna lose
pass.
Mendy in January. So
No,
I
but
think
Abdullah,
we'll be fine.
look,
We'll be fine.
look at the point. Look at the point I'm making. You see how December the fixtures get
Yeah,
congested.
these are December fixtures. These are December.
Listen, okay, you see how the
This after this match here, after this one year,
Abdullah, listen.
Mendy
You see
leave.
how the fixtures get congested? That means players are going to be playing back to back to back.
Back to back, yeah.
So players like Pulisic, players like maybe even a Kovacic, all these players that usually have tweaks in their hamstring, I don't think they're going to be able to handle that December congestion,
The-
and then you just throw them into the fire of January.
Listen,
the-
Ziyech or no Ziyech, I don't. It doesn't. It's still.
Doesn't
We're
matter,
only
man.
missing
Because
one player.
if our team
But
is
you know the funny
depleted,
part,
if
Marvelous.
we're depleted in January,
Also in
that's
February
trouble.
too. There's gonna be FIFA Club World Cup too. So many matches.
January, no be me and Una did Chelsea. January, I don't watch anyway. Any AFCON, I don't watch Chelsea for that 1 month.
Wow.
I'm doing
I
AFCON
don't-
too.
I don't
doing
know.
AFCON.
I'm a huge AFCON fan. I'm like an AFCON steward, man. I start like middle December. Me and my brothers, we start middle December. I start talking. No, we take it crazy.
Yeah, AFCON. We're gonna
I
do
know the
AFCON.
joke
So
with
don't worry, we'll
AFCON.
do AFCON. We'll do AFCON.
I don't
Man.
watch Chelsea in January. I don't even care
Wow.
until that's why I asked you when is our final. When is the finals? Because hopefully, I'm hoping we can get to quarterfinals so that because quarterfinals is normally a platform for us to
So let me check the dates of the
get to the finals. But
When is
if
the
we don't
date?
get to quarterfinals, nothing that happens.
Maybe that's why you're so anti Mourinho because of Mikel and stuff. I didn't know.
Exactly.
I didn't know AFCON was the be all and end all. Man.
No, for me, I love anything. Oh, yeah, AFCON, man, love
Well,
AFCON.
a lot of people hold that Mikel thing against Mourinho though.
Yes,
man. Yeah, man.
Even
Of
even people
course.
that aren't
Okay,
even
okay,
people
blue
that
eyes, blue
aren't
eyes.
Nigerian
Yes.
It
fans.
will be out January 9th. It's gonna start January 9th and they're gonna finish February the 6th.
Okay, not bad. So it's full. It is 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 30-day contest, one
Three
way or
days
the other.
contest, yeah.
So January. So finals is February 6th.
February 6th, yeah.
Okay.
We're not going to have Mendy for City,
It
Liverpool, and
depends. It
Tottenham.
depends. If you lose first round, you
For this
never know.
person.
I'm
Even
I'm comfortable with Kepa and goal, man. I'm
Mohamed
comfortable.
Salah too. Mohamed
Me
Salah,
too.
Liverpool's gonna be they'll suffer a lot.
Yeah,
Salah, Mane, Keita.
Senegal,
Liverpool's the
exactly.
one that I'm loving, man. No disrespect. I'm loving the players being out. That's the one thing I want to see. If Klopp can win games with those guys out,
You
then
see,
it's
you see,
serious.
NK does. You see what you said right now. And when people start to argue, and they still don't see a difference with Kai Havertz in the front, but then you see, this is the reason. Now, if Liverpool had a more democratic scoring structure, if you understand what I mean, no, it's true. If Liverpool had a more democratic scoring structure, they won't be
Where
pulling their hair.
everyone contributes.
Thank you. Like Chelsea. Chelsea is more of a village, a community. Everybody scores. So come AFCON, for example. Let's say Lukaku played for Congo, which is his motherland. Let's say he played for Congo. We won't really miss Lukaku
Mhm.
if you think about it. We'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
able to manage for
Ideally, yeah.
ideally, yes. So these are some of the arguments when you hear the Chelsea Twitter sphere or the Chelsea fan base out there talking about they don't see anything that Kai Havertz does. I'm like, what?
All of them are they are too much for stuff.
I'm
So
like, what?
it is what it is, guys. What it
It
is.
is what it is. Go ahead, keep
So
going, my brother.
Abdullah, do you work tonight?
yeah, I work tonight. Yeah.
Oh shoot.
What's your schedule?
I work overnight. I work overnight. Like
What are you still doing online?
I work 11 o'clock, so
Okay.
easy. Like I work 11.
Oh, so
Okay.
you still have like 4 hours?
You have time.
I
Three
can sleep
hours?
for like 2 hours or 3 hours, then I'll go to work.
Okay,
That
good.
that is the reason I'm hungry of tomorrow's match because it's early morning. I have to leave work like 6:30. Before I get home, it's
Oh,
like
let me make sure I'm up in time, man. Let me put my alarm
because
up for 11.
I have to get home
NK,
around.
NK,
Yeah,
what do you mean up in time?
The
Aren't you
game
in
is at
the UK?
12:30 your time.
yeah.
My own is
Don't worry.
is that no.
Sometimes,
The
man,
weather,
depending
have
on the
changed in
night, man.
Guys, the weather have changed in
Okay.
America.
Okay.
So
NK,
the
NK, NK.
NK gets on skirt and blouse with the servicing. Yeah?
No, don't worry.
NK,
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. All I'm
It's
saying
okay.
is,
It's
man.
allowed though. It's allowed. It's allowed.
Some
Please. It's
sometimes,
allowed.
when I just close my
Then
eyes,
let
I
me make
wake
sure
up
I'm
and it's
up in
three. It's
time.
three, man. Yeah, exactly.
Of
Sometimes
course. Oh no, that's how it happens sometimes. Sometimes
yeah,
when
man.
you wouldn't even know it is 3, and then you keep going, and then it's 5.
it's
Yeah,
5 o'clock.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
man.
So
I'm on that.
guys,
It's early.
so subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Tomorrow
Like and
we'll ride.
subscribe, guys.
Yeah.
Like and
We'll ride
subscribe.
tomorrow.
Right tomorrow.
Man City
Amen.
plays. I don't want a malnutrition tomorrow, please. I'm not coming from work and watching and turning on TV and
Wait,
seeing
wait,
like
wait, wait, wait.
4
If
new or 5 new.
you guys think if City do what they did to Arsenal earlier in the season to United, you guys think they'll sack Ole?
I don't know. It depends.
No. Ole is going to stay till next.
If City gives
Uh,
them 6-0 malnutrition,
the best time Ole was supposed to be sacked was after they beat Tottenham. That night would have been the ideal time to part ways with Ole.
Really, yeah.
If that since that never happened, Ole has a lease. I think he has a lease on life until the end
Exactly.
of this season. I think
Exactly.
so.
So for me, like the video, subscribe, subscribe.
Like, subscribe, guys.
So peace, everybody.
Peace, peace,
Peace,
peace, peace,
peace,
peace, peace.
peace, guys. Peace, peace. Peace out, guys. Peace, peace.